Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against a real prospect, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Good morning, 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. How are we? What are you smiling at, Gabby?
Nothing.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. And Gabby is here. And a big win for the boys, Celtic.
What a win
and a
that
big
was.
win for Villa.
Massive win for Celtic. What about the mistakes from Feyenoord?
I'll be honest, I was flicking all over the place.
Yeah.
But the third goal was a good goal.
Yes.
Bang.
Yes. Fair play to Celtic. Villa, comfortable win, even though it was 2-1. Great win for Nottingham Forest as well.
Yeah.
Palace, 2 open goals they missed. They lost.
I fancy Palace.
Yeah, they should have won. They're the better team. But big win for Celtic. Another disappointing for Rangers.
Can you phone your pal up, Martin? Where you going, Martin?
I know.
Don't go anywhere.
You'd keep it the same, wouldn't you? You wouldn't rush.
Maybe
would you?
Martin can't do it, but I wish he would. Listen, nothing against the new guy, but Martin O'Neill's been nothing short of brilliance.
Yeah, careful. Remember what you said about Ange?
That's why I'm not mentioning it.
Who's this guy?
Why comes, they say he's a very good coach, but look, it's better the devil you know. Martin's been brilliant, and he clearly, he's got them together and he's given them a lift. That was, I didn't expect a win last night.
No, not at all.
Being honest.
But like you said, Al, you don't know, Martin's in his 70s now, isn't he? You don't know what it's taken out of him.
Yeah, but he doesn't look it, does he?
Not at all. Not
it's
at all.
probably the day-to-days that he struggles. But then again, I think Martin's a bit. People have told me he's a bit like Cloughie. He doesn't have a lot to do during the week. It's just the games where he explodes.
Yes, during the games
Comes
he's on
alive.
it. So hopefully he keeps it for a bit longer. But I'm sure Celtic will make the right decision.
Oh, he's got to have some capacity there. But
100%.
Another big night in Europa League last night. European football. Villa beating Young Boys in a game overshadowed by fan trouble. Now, Young Boys, they are Bern, aren't they? Swiss Bern.
Yes.
I've never heard them in trouble before. Basel I have, but Bern, Young Boys.
This is the problem, isn't it? Well, like, you get fans that come to games, and is it the proper fans or is it the hooligans? The clips were terrible.
Who started
So
it?
basically, Marlon scored and then went and celebrated, and like he was close to the away fans, wasn't provoking them. They were throwing stuff, they were ripping seats.
Oh, no.
And then police went over, they were throwing punches at police, punching the police in the face. I'm watching it, Al, and seeing the clips on social media. I know I've got to be careful what I say, but when English fans, British fans go abroad,
they get smashed.
you get absolutely funked.
Like Newcastle and Marseille.
Yeah, when I went to Villa games last season in the Champions League, and I went to PSG, everyone's on the best behaviour because you're frightened of the foreign police, and to see these Young Boys fans punching the police, and the police are trying their best. They probably can't do what they really want to do.
Well,
but
Gabby,
I felt for them, Al.
You know why? Because they're not stupid. They read, they do social media, and they know that if I get nicked, they'll let me go tomorrow. There's a plane, beat it.
Yeah.
They're not going to get, they're not coming back to court, are they? We're so soft now, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's their
but
own
come
fault.
on. If that was a Villa fan, say, in Italy, in France, the police are locking you up.
Crack down, we don't.
The police are locking you up, and they're going to be like, "You're throwing a punch at me."
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when you get locked up. Like over here, how are we so soft?
Wow.
And the police are taking it. Like, honestly, it was so frustrating.
Gab, we do a 4-hour show on that. I was worried about trouble in Rotterdam, to be honest, because Celtic Ajax had a bit of a bash.
Yes.
And Celtic fans are normally good as gold. And I thought, so I've not heard it, not read it.
Good.
Hopefully that's okay.
Yeah.
Because Celtic took a few there. Rod, oh dear, he was.
Seen him?
I think Rod was. He was having a few champagnes, wasn't he?
He looked cold as well, now, all wrapped up watching the game.
Yeah. Forest moved closer at the top 8. A 3-0 victory over Malmo. Rangers, a draw. First point of the season. A draw with Braga. I don't think. I'm meeting Ali later on today. He's coming down, and
I'm going to mention it or not.
Of course. Yes.
They had 10 men as well for like the last half an hour.
Who, Braga?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
And then Diamande, another red card in the last minute.
Yeah.
For Rangers. So.
Conference League, Palace lost the first time. You have to go back to October. Can you believe that? Strasbourg. I didn't fancy Strasbourg beating Palace.
Liam Rosinia's there, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
2-1 they won.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, French football, but I thought Palace, the form they're in.
2 open goals out. They shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah.
Didn't take their chances.
So back to the Villa on the pitch. Former Villa skipper Andy Townsend was in commentary duty for talkSPORT last night, and he was full of praise for the Belgium, Yuri Tielemans.
I do think that he makes such a difference when he's fit and he's well and he's operating in the centre of the park for Villa. He's become so dependable in possession. the way that Unai Emery likes to play, Yuri Tielemans a really important part of it.
Andy Townsend, we spoke to Andy yesterday. Gabby, he's an important player when he's on his game, Tielemans, when he's 100%.
We've missed him a lot this season with his injury problems he's had. When he plays out in that midfield, especially with Kamara, and you get Morgan Rogers in front, that's your three in the middle. You back them against anybody. He just got that, like, you know, the midfielders are where they seem to always have time, and he's on the side, half turn at all times. He's always trying to play forward.
A bit like McGregor at Celtic, you need him in there.
Yeah, he's always like looking to play forward, doesn't play always easy pass, doesn't care about pass completion. He'll go for that hard ball, that hard through ball. Got an assist for the first goal yesterday, top player. And I think Villa got him on a free transfer.
Yeah, so Celtic beating Feyenoord in Rotterdam last night. It's been exactly a month since Martin O'Neill was brought back to the club, and reports that Columbus crew boss Wilfred Nancy will be on his way to Parkhead. Martin was asked what's next for him.
I shall go back into the sunset, you know, and finish off that coffee that I was having down the King's Road 4 odd weeks ago. All right?
It'll be freezing by now.
It will be freezing. I'll get another one, and then I'll sit back and watch from a distance again.
Yeah, I think from what I gather, Gab, I might be, you know, you don't know what goes on at football clubs, but I think Dermot Desmond, who's been brilliant for Celtic, the owner, I think if the right price comes, he's gone. Because Dermot's getting older now. He's got loads of money, heaps of money. And he's the one who coaxed Martin to coming back.
Yes.
I don't think he took a lot of coaxing because
Not
Martin
at all.
loves it there. But I think he's the one who said, Martin, we need you, please. And if he's thinking of going, then that's it, Martin will go.
Yeah, I just think Martin would have been told it's short term. He's done fantastic. They've had the chance to take their time and get a new manager. So I think he's done his job there, Martin. They've got the new manager available, and I'm sure the bosses at talkSPORT will be buzzing that Martin O'Neill's going to be back working for the channel.
Well, he's got to do something, Martin, hasn't he?
Of course.
He's a clever guy.
He's doing a lot of media before he got the job. He was
What
doing
he's
a lot.
doing work with them too is beyond me, but there you go. Coming up, we turn our attention, I'm only kidding, to the back pages and focus on the problems at Villa last night in the crowd. 6:18. This, when I hear that song, all I think is money dripping out my pocket. talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. You've got it coming, Gab. Don't worry. The wedding bells will soon be ringing for Saka. He popped the question at a top London hotel this week. What would I do, Saka? What would I do?
What do you mean? What would you do?
Well, they're asking me give your manager advice. To Saka. What? Don't see too much of her. Right, let's look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
Back page review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
I was lost for words there. Then I looked at Katie. Katie will take any job going to get out of the house. Morning, Katie.
I was thinking of time spent together. Me and Alan have had a wonderful week together. 3 days we've had on the trot, haven't we? You lucky thing.
I'm glad you get your Celtic top on. But
yeah. Okay, so the back pages this morning are covered with pictures of Arne Slot. The headline, this has to be my favourite one, Slotweilers. Arne backing his pussycats to bare teeth and become dogs of war. So they've gone with a lot of dog puns this morning. You'll never go walkies alone, the back page of the Mirror. The Times, this story regarding Formula One. McLaren won't favour Lando Norris. Team will allow their drivers to battle for the world title, a decision Verstappen describes as perfect.
Nah, they can't. Unless Lando crashes. They've got to make sure Lando wins the title, haven't they?
Well,
is he 24 points ahead? Something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, so McLaren will not give preferential treatment to Lando Norris.
Yeah, I'm not having that.
In the Formula One title race.
How about you saying that Zach's coming in soon, is it? Of course you are, Zach.
So Norris finished second in Vegas last weekend. It would have stretched his lead to 30 points over his teammate Oscar Piastri and 42 points over
Were they disqualified?
Yeah.
McLaren drivers.
Yeah.
Both, yeah. So we're talking about minute details. But it suddenly opened the door, not massively, for Verstappen.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on the same points as Piastri.
He is incredible, Verstappen. He's a winner. He's a battler.
Yes. Agreed.
But saying that, Norris has driven beautifully.
Absolutely.
But I want to start with the crowd trouble in Aston Villa last night. It's especially after what happened with Newcastle fans in Marseille. And Newcastle United are set to launch a complaint after supporters were indiscriminately assaulted by police following their side's defeat by Marseille at the Stade Velodrome. I mean,
the Marseille one, Katie. We know it's a bit volatile down there.
Yeah.
But when I hear young boys, what were they throwing at the police? Watches, Rolexes.
well,
I'll don't make me laugh.
Well, Sam Matterface was there
Stainless
last
steels.
night, and he described how a young girl had got caught in the middle of the unrest. He also said that seats were ripped out and thrown. Seats were ripped out
Yeah.
and thrown at police officers. And then Marlon got hit as well by a cup.
Rogers.
And Rogers.
I've never, ever, ever heard that before from a Swiss team or a Swiss national team. Never.
Yeah, I saw footage and there was a full-on brawl between the police and
It was
fans.
so frustrating to watch because if all the British fans that are listening that go abroad to watch games, like the treatment you get. I remember going to the PSG game last year and fans are frightened, best behaviour, no problems, because you act up over there, you know what's coming for you. So to see the fans act up like that there, and I felt for the police because they're probably held back of what they can actually do, but it was so frustrating to watch fans throwing punches to the face of the police
In the
officers.
late 80s, I played a year in Switzerland. And I've never seen any trouble at all. Germany, yeah, but in Switzerland, never.
Yeah, but you can get idiots, can't you, of any fan base that go and ruin it. 100 idiots that want to go to Birmingham and cause trouble.
Throw bubble hats at each other and stuff. Ski gloves, have that.
Ski gloves.
Up, have that.
But
One big ski glove.
You want to see, like, what happens now, though. Their fans need to be banned future games, for sure.
Do you think it puts England fans from going on these European nights, home or away?
It will, definitely some fans, yeah. Especially with young kids. You're not going to want to go to some of these stadiums and what they have to go through. But even home games, if fans are watching that, especially if it was on TV and you could see the clips, you're going to want to take your 8-year-old to a game when you see fans acting like that?
Mm.
Embarrassing.
I mean,
idiots.
Alan, you played in England in the 80s. What was the hooliganism like then?
Not just that. In the 70s, when I was an apprentice and in the reserves, every game was, there was fencing between the two opposition fans, and it always kicked off Friday night in the town to kick off in Ipswich, and then Saturday before the game and after the game around the train station. But it wasn't just Ipswich; that was normal. When Man United came to town, they were everywhere. They got tickets everywhere, and there was punch-ups at we beat United 6-0 at Portman Road. There was fighting everywhere. Yeah, but it was just part of it. It was normal. It wasn't good, but it was just normal, and that's why they had to get proper segregation in. But our police, when it comes to stuff like that, they've got to be much tougher.
Yes.
Instead of arresting farmers. Arrest these idiots, who are ripping up seats and throwing them.
I would have loved to see, and I know you have to be careful, but riot police, in you go, grab them out, drag them out, and throw them out. The game has to be halted for 45 minutes. I don't care, because players don't deserve.
There are pictures of
course,
the back page of Daily Telegraph of them dragging out fans.
Yeah, I'm on about all of them.
Don't
all
let
of them drag them out.
Let them go home. Lock them up for a week.
Exactly. How can players in your home stadium have objects thrown at you? Marlon got cut on his head. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're not in the 80s now. You don't see it a lot in Premier League games at all now. So
They were never bad. Blues were bad. Blues are bad. They're the hardcore.
Yeah.
Birmingham, yeah. Oh, but most teams those days had what they call a firm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So thank God we're not at that now, but they're still organised.
You just know what would happen if that was the other way around.
Oh.
A fan getting dragged out.
Yeah.
What would be happening to that fan in Europe, in Italy, in France, in Spain? Yeah. You know what the Spanish police are like? When you're on holiday, you're on your best behaviour.
Those batons.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're walking past and you're like, hello.
Italy.
Hi, have a good day.
Because the reputation's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not standing for this. Well, we've got to be a bit.
Exactly.
I would keep them for a week. They'll lose their
100%.
jobs
Yes,
and all that.
everything.
Yeah.
Spot on, mate.
So do you think the European countries, especially in terms of going away, they need to do more in terms of what we've been able to do in terms of controlling hooliganism, like you've been speaking there, Alan, in this country? They've been able to eradicate it from the game. Do you think European countries need to do more?
They've got to do a lot
abroad?
better. I know for a fact, when I was in Paris, it was the same bar that Liverpool fans and Newcastle fans had all been attacked by locals, and they're not even PSG fans.
Yeah.
They're just local thugs that target the pubs that the away fans are drinking in, and it happens all the time in certain cities. Police have got to be around those bars and protecting fans that want to go away. Because like, why don't you go away with your daughter or your son and you're going for a drink and you're getting attacked by randoms? That doesn't happen in our country.
Well, here it just said Sam Matterface was there and said a young girl got caught in the middle of.
No, what I'm saying is it doesn't happen when they're drinking in the bars.
I tell you what they don't want. I tell you what they don't want to carry on is in America, in the World Cup.
Oh.
I remember going there after 9/11. We flew into Washington, and we got off the plane and queuing up, and I remember my feet were just over the line in customs, and this horrible young sort of security guy, customs officer, hey buddy, get back from the line. I went, oh, hold on a minute, man. What are you talking about? Oh, out come he's gone. He said, you move back now or you're going back on the plane home.
Yeah, they're scary, aren't they, customs?
And I thought, Jesus, yeah, honestly. They don't
experienced that in America, customs.
Yeah.
When you walk up, you're nervous and you've done nothing wrong, and you're sweating like, please let me in. They look at you, what are you doing here?
Yeah, they do ask you a lot of questions.
What are you coming for? Where's your name from? And you're just like, geez, like, it's coming to party, mate. It's coming to have a few drinks.
That's probably why they're questioning you. Why is this guy here?
I got my shorts on. Just want to get out,
flip flops.
Yeah, no
Beach
trouble.
ball with you.
You got something to say, Alan?
I was going to say, Gab, you wouldn't do it now, and you say I'm from Nigeria. It's gone mad.
Yeah.
But, and plus, one thing we should say before we break is these screwballs come to England now, or Scotland, and they try and prove a point, because the English had such a bad reputation around Europe, wrecking places, fighting, and, they try and come and prove that they are as bad, and it's pathetic, really.
Yeah, and also hard for the stewards as well.
I felt sorry for them.
Trained. I mean, they've got
They're not trained, are they?
I could see the stewards in front of the police when there's punches being thrown. I'm like, They're probably thinking, I don't get paid for this.
Well, I've always said,
paid for that.
and this is not female-male thing, but when you get female stewards and there's a punch-up and there's like 6 big blokes going at it, how can she get involved?
I'd be running. Like,
no, you can't expect her to. It's not fair.
I totally agree. So, future riot police, come and drag them out.
And keep them a week. Have special
100%.
special instructions.
Yep.
You just forget them for a week. Don't give them anything. There's your bread. There's your water.
Any butter?
Because our prison's
Any
on.
butter?
And a bit short as your Rolexes in Gabby's collection will be worth more, 628.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
You come from a land down under, where women go and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder?
Why? You better run, you better take cover. Now, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Oh, good news for you here. Get the UK's best shoes car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. The big news coming out from Down Under this morning. Australia will again be without Cummings for the second Ashes Test in Brisbane as the captain continues to recover from a bad back. Hazelwood is also not in the squad. So good news for England batsmen, that's for sure. And with some good news, well, what about Stark? He's the one who's the problem. Good news for England batsmen, that's for sure. The countdown is on. You've only got until, 4 o'clock today. Don't miss your last chance to kick off 2026 by winning an epic trip to Vegas. Thanks to our friends at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Not long now until you and your best mate could be flying upper class from London to Vegas, checking into a luxury spa villa for 4 incredible nights at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, cheering from the stands at the Vegas Raiders. The LA Raiders take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and you'll get $5,000 in cash to spend on whatever you like. Gabby, you'd spend that in 3 minutes in Vegas, wouldn't you?
Easily done.
So that's a great trip, by the way. Virgin, upper, $5,000. Lovely. Clear your calendar from January 2nd to January 7, 2026, because nothing starts a new year like Vegas, and good luck to you.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Is that cold, Gab? Don't tell him, Ed.
Ed, you are something else, mate. Any chance?
You got one in a sink. You got one in a sink.
Tap. The bug.
It's a chain, you tube.
Chain, okay.
Don't watch my hands when I do that. It's so Gulliver's Travels. He's so gullible, it's unbelievable.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, a song that's synonymous with Formula One. One person had a miserable time in Vegas, though, was Lando Norris. He and his teammate Piastri were both disqualified from the Grand Prix last weekend. But Norris will become champion on Sunday if he can score 2 more points than both his rivals over the course of this weekend in Doha. Despite that, McLaren have said they will not prioritise him over Piastri in the weekend that could win his first championship. Let's look ahead to with Formula One writer at The Athletic, Luke Smith. Luke, a very good morning.
Good morning, Luke.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Look, it'd be amazing if we end up going to the last Grand Prix and it's still not settled. But I've got, my head says this is going to be done and dusted.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close, I think. Lando Norris, obviously that disqualification in Vegas was such a huge setback for him, but he is still in control of this championship. He can still wrap it up this weekend, as you said, 2 more points than Piastri or Max Verstappen, and that'll be that. But this has been a year where so much has changed so quickly. We saw in Brazil only a couple of races ago that that was only when Norris took the lead of the championship for the first time since April, and there was a huge point swing to Piastri. So that could easily happen again this weekend if Norris has a bit of a stinker, if he makes a mistake, if he crashes out. But I think that Lando seems very relaxed. We had a chat to him yesterday. He's in the same mindset. He's been off playing some golf, some paddle this week, so he's in a good spot. And I think he's feeling good going into this weekend.
Look, what has happened? We know Max just. In terms of Piastri, what has happened there? Is it just purely lack of confidence, or of the team let him down?
I think it's been a few factors, really. I think some of the recent circuits just haven't suited him in quite the same way. Norris likes tracks that have got quite low grip conditions. You have to drive the car in a bit of a different way. Piastri is the complete opposite. He doesn't really get on with it as well. Then I think there's been a few things coming into it. I think the fact that, this is the pressure of his first World Championship fight as well. I think that inevitably has to play a part. But I think that the team has given both drivers very equal treatment. It's maintained that right the way through this year. I think for Piastri, it's just lately things just haven't been going quite his way. I think he needs to find his feet a little bit more and get back that confidence. But to be honest, I think that whereas Norris struggled in the very early part of the season and he's now had tracks that do just suit his driving style a bit more, the opposite is true for Piastri. But this weekend in Doha, it is a track that does suit Piastri. He likes these kind of corners. Right. So I think it's a good chance for him to try and get back in the title fight a little bit, even if it's maybe a little bit too late.
Luke, obviously McLaren have the better car, especially than Red Bull, but how good has Max done? To be where he is now, and like you said, only 2 points behind Norris. How good has he done this season?
Oh, it's been incredible. I think that Verstappen continues to be the best driver in Formula One. I think if you put him in that McLaren, he'd have wrapped this up ages ago, to be honest. He's just so good. He was 104 points back from Piastri in Zandvoort at the end of August. And now they're tied on points, obviously a chunk behind Lando, but that just shows the recovery he's done. And I think that he'll look back on this year and probably see it as a missed opportunity. If Red Bull hadn't had that mid-season lull where the car wasn't quite good enough compared to McLaren and he was struggling, then he'd have probably won this title. But I think he can be really proud of his season. And he, to me, still remains the best driver in Formula One, even if he may not win a World Championship this year.
So look, we say it every year. Look, Adrian knew he's going to Aston Martin, isn't he? But we say it every year about Ferrari. This year's been not a disaster for Ferrari, but again, we're saying, when are they going to step up?
Yeah, it's been a pretty bleak year, to be honest. And I think that particularly how Ferrari ended last season, they were really strong, winning races. It was the first time in a long time there was real confidence of, hey, they might actually be able to fight for the championship next year. They only just lost out to McLaren. Lewis Hamilton making that move across, it seemed like perfect timing for him. And Ferrari and McLaren have gone different ways, basically. McLaren surges forward, sweeps to the title. Ferrari falls back and hasn't even won a race this year. And Lewis Hamilton's been pretty downbeat, quite honest in his comments, saying that it's been an emotional roller coaster of a season. He said yesterday that a comment he made after Vegas where he was like, I'm not looking forward to even next year, was made a bit in the heat of the moment. But you just see with his demeanour and just the way he's speaking, he's clearly very, very downbeat at the moment. So I think the sooner Ferrari can put this season to bed and hope that next year they can just design a better car, basically, that might give them a bit of hope. But for now, it's been a really tough year for Ferrari and does keep that championship weight going, which I think is up to 17 years now or something crazy.
I think, like you say there, you look at Leclerc, 7 podiums, 0 wins. But Lewis Hamilton, 0 podiums, 0 wins. Someone who's been so successful. How does that play on his mind and his confidence? He's the winner, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and it has to come into it. He said yesterday that he pointed out that Leclerc has been at Ferrari for 7 seasons, so he's kind of got a team well built around him, whereas Lewis has literally just come in and is getting to know everyone and things like that. So that does play a factor. But also Leclerc is a very, very quick driver. He's young. He's really in his prime. And I think there does need to be a bit of credit given to him there. But I think for Hamilton, I think that there was always going to be an adjustment period. He was at Mercedes for 12 years. Obviously, everything works so well, winning so many championships there. Whenever you move, then there's always going to be that little bit of getting to know each other, that novelty you might feel at the start, that is going to wear off as well. So I think all of that's come into it. But I think after a year, he can probably take stock and go, right, this is what we need to do differently for next season. This is what I want to do. And maybe that will set Lewis up for a better 2026.
Yeah. So look, just to sum it all up, we could do it, which is a shame really. But Lando, if Lando blows out and either Piastri or Max wins it, then we're all set up.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think it could go to Abu Dhabi ultimately. Yeah, I think that if either Piastri or Verstappen, if they can beat Norris this weekend, then we will get that last race showdown. Lando's in a strong point. He doesn't need to win both races. I think he can finish third in both races.
Can you do that in Formula One, though? Can you cruise to third, or is that dangerous?
You can, but it's quite hard nowadays because it's so competitive. McLaren, obviously, they're fighting with Ferrari, Mercedes. They could get in the mix as well, maybe. And that's not the way a racing driver thinks. They want to win. So, yeah, I think Lando will want to finish it in style this weekend, and if not, do it at the final race.
Luke, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you, Luke Smith from the Athletic, of course. Yeah, I'll be watching it. Do you know what? I didn't watch the Vegas one for some reason. I watched. I think I've watched every one.
Well, it is good, Al, to see someone else win it, not just Max Verstappen. I'll be so happy for Norris.
I am, and I'm happy for Zach Brown as well.
Yes, of course.
But I do love. I was a Mansell fan, and I'm a big Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I'm a Ferrari fan.
Oh, yeah.
I want Ferrari to come
couple in the garage. Right, coming up 6:44, 6:45, talkSPORT Friday morning.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Okay, still to come on breakfast. It's the battle of the top two at the bridge this weekend. What a game coming up. The Gunners win. Will Piers Morgan be proven right? Have a listen.
Arsenal, I suspect, will now go on an absolute tear. Big games out the way. We are going to win the league. I wouldn't be surprised if we win it by mid-March.
Oh, God. Listen, I love that. I do, you know, Piers is my man. You either love him or hate him. I like Piers.
Well, I think they could win it both, Al. I really do, mate. I really do. They're unbelievable at the moment.
Well, my head says absolutely the best side, but I know for a fact, you know, a lot of things can go wrong.
Of course,
here we are.
Just look at the squad of players have got.
03717 22 33 44. Yep, 03717 22 33 44. Are Arsenal, like Gabby thinks, unstoppable, or is this the weekend that Chelsea proved their title credentials? Give us a call. That was a look ahead, all thanks to our brilliant friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
on this weekend, Gab?
This weekend, kids football. That's it, mate.
Really?
Nothing else. Just relaxing.
You lead a pretty quiet life, don't you?
Chilled, mate. I've done my time out. I've done my time partying and going out and eating at all these restaurants and stuff. Now just chilled, mate. Yeah. Is that a problem?
Yeah.
What do you want to do, mate? What would you like me to do?
I want to see you jumping on planes again.
And going away?
Yeah, Montenegro,
Okay.
casino there and just getting around.
Monaco, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's you, Gab. Yeah, that's you. It's not...
You lend me some money?
It's not, Henley and Arden and Solly Hill.
It's nice there, by the way.
I know it is.
So what I did do?
What?
I invited Ollie over to my house for some food. Because we've done the show from Birmingham. Al, he's just sitting, mate. He finished his plate within 30 seconds, mate. It's like he doesn't get fed in London. Honestly.
Is that right?
Yeah, beers on beers. Couldn't get rid of him.
He's Rosie and Jim. He used to live in a barge, didn't he? Rosie and Jim. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Right, what do we know this Friday morning? I'll tell you what we know. Marlon scored twice as Villa moved closer to progressing automatically for the Europa League knockouts. A good win against Young Boys. The game was marred, though, unbelievable crowd trouble, as Marlon was hit with a plastic cup when celebrating his goal. The game halted in the second half for a few minutes after some seats were ripped up where the Swiss fans were. And more objects were then thrown on towards the pitch. Australia will again be without Pat Cummins for the second Ashes Test in Brisbane as the captain continues to recover from a back injury. Will he play any of the tests? Josh Hazelwood also not in the squad. And Forest breezed past Swedish side Malmo by 3-0 in the repeat of the 1979 Europa Cup final when Forest conquered Europe. Robertson crossed to Francis. Goal, far post. talkSPORT commentator Dan Ashton claimed last night Forest under Dyche can go far in Europe.
They've got a terrific squad of players, an experienced manager. There's no reason why they can't take any cup competition extremely seriously. Now, they well overachieved last season to get European football in the first place. I think that they're more, I would say, mid-table. That was such a massive overachievement. But cup competitions for this club should be a goal for Sean Dyche and for his players. And again, they're capable. If you look at the Europa League and the teams in it, they've beaten Porto and who were up there as well. Why not go and qualify without having to have a playoff?
Yeah, absolutely. They've got the players, haven't they, to have that run?
100%. One of the best squads, definitely in the top 10 of the Premier League. And why not? Look at the teams that are in the competition now. Every chance.
Right, 6:53. A wee leprechaun has just come into the studio. Katie, good morning.
Well, good morning, Katie. Actually Irish.
Well,
Shanahan, very Irish.
Yeah.
Family are from Cork, so I am.
Is there not a nice restaurant in Dublin, Shanahan's?
Yes, there is. Yes, my dad went there.
I've been there. Steakhouse.
Very nice. Yes, I need to go.
A little drop of Middleton.
Oh, lovely.
Rare whiskey. Oh,
you need to go home more. Alan needs to go back to Scotland more. You got to go back to Ireland more.
But yeah, I'm representing. I'm a very festive green colour as well.
Yeah, suits you.
Thank you, Alan. So we are talking about Arne Slot's future because they're on a terrible run, their worst run in 71 years, in fact. Lots of the headlines on the back page of Daily Star Slotweilers as Arne Slot will unleash dogs of war to drag themselves out of the worst slump in 71 years. And you'll never go walkies alone on the back page of The Mirror.
I like that.
Now, Jamie Carragher said in his column in The Telegraph that Arne Slot has a week to save his job. Liverpool's next 3 games are West Ham, Sunderland and Leeds. Liverpool have never sacked a manager after winning the league, and Arne Slot says he still has the backing of the hierarchy. That's despite the PSV loss. Now, ahead of Sunday's trip to West Ham, Slot was asked whether he feels let down by the players.
No, not at all. Although I do agree with you that our standards, and with our I mean the team, have not been of the standards that we are used to and that we want. So we think we can play better than we do. But last season, when we did really well, there was a lot of focus on certain individuals, and I always said it should be about the team, and the team makes the individuals look very good. And if the opposite is happening, we should also look at the team and not at the individuals. So that's where it's about for me.
Do you know what? Listen, I don't know Arne Slot, but I guarantee you when that question was asked, he felt it saying, yeah, they've let me down. defensively. Togetherness is not there. We've given stupid goals away. We've missed chances. Do you know what I mean? Some of the goals they've given away. Some of the defenses.
Especially against PSV.
I disagree with Jamie, to be honest. West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, on paper, yeah, but Sunderland are doing brilliant. Leeds are just running out of puff now and again. They can't score goals, but it's not easy. And West Ham have found some form. In saying that, I don't think Liverpool will get rid if it goes wrong the next 3 games.
Oh, definitely.
He's got points, the Klopp stick. Yeah, what's it in the back page?
So in the mirror, Liverpool could actually turn to former manager Jurgen Klopp should they decide to sack Arne Slot.
Someone asked me a couple of weeks ago, and I said, would Jurgen come back? If he was to say, I'm back, I think they would make a change. But I think Arne Slot, what he done last year, deserves a lot more.
They're only 3 points off top 4. Liverpool.
Yeah.
3 points off top 4. So
yeah, but 9 defeats in 12 games, Gabby.
It's not been good enough, of course, but you're not going to sack a manager that just won the Premier League after this amount of games, 12 Premier League games. They can get this right. The 3 games they've got next, tough game, West Ham away, but Sunderland and Leeds, winnable games. And I think the players have to look at themselves.
I think all 3 are winnable games.
Yeah, but Al, I look at the 4th goal, and I'm watching the game, and I'm like, Van Dijk, you can see a player running in behind you. And you're just ball watching. Player runs in behind you, cuts it back, goal. Van Dijk has been terrible. Salah looks like he's lost his legs. Kanate, dreadful. Like, there's so many players not playing.
Waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Katie, Gabby and I have played, and sometimes you look for excuses when you're not playing well. Well, I'm not getting the service. I've been unlucky. I hit the post. I should have scored. Players, it's just natural. You try and. Well, it's not my fault, it's not my... And I think there's at least half a dozen, at least Liverpool players can look in the mirror and say,
I'm not doing it.
I'm sloppy. I've got a little bit lazy. I've got to change. I've got to get back to my best. I really mean that. And the manager can't do anything about that.
I've not seen Salah knock it past someone and on the outside, on that right-hand side, for weeks.
Yeah, Jamie Carragher thinks he agrees with you and thinks his legs have gone. Yeah,
it happens, Katie. Overnight, it can happen where you're like, "Oh, I'm stretching for things. I don't feel as quick." Every time Salah gets it now, he's the same.
Van Dijk looks the same.
Yeah,
I think if you lose your confidence, you lose a bit of pace. But the fella went down the wing when Van Dijk
he took him out.
Normally he would get there first. He was miles away.
Yes. So players aren't performing at their levels, and it's all right. Van Dijk giving it to Wayne Rooney when he's on Amazon.
Yeah.
That game recently. After that, his performance has been even worse.
How much do you think this is actually mentally part of it in terms of the players after everything they experienced with Diogo Jota? We've heard recently about Andrew Robertson saying, I couldn't get Diogo out my head today. How much of that is actually a part of this?
I think it's hard for us to comment and know. The players will know. So that's why you have to be a bit careful with your criticism of Liverpool because what they have been through. Because to miss a teammate in a changing room every day, you're looking around and he's not there. What those players have been through, you can see why form has gone.
I think
it's hard.
You make, Gabby.
It's difficult.
Only they know.
Only they know.
Yeah. Kate, we'll find more time next hour, promise you. Right, coming up to 7 o'clock, plenty still to come. Coming up, we turn our attention to the huge game this Sunday. What a cracker at the Bridge. Chelsea against Arsenal. It's first against second, but how big is the gap between the two clubs? We'll discuss that next.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Six minutes after 7, talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Still to come this morning, Gabby's worked out how many points Wolves will finish on this season. And if you can count to that number, it's not a good sign, yams. They are struggling, aren't they?
Yeah, it took me like 15 minutes to work out what they'd finished. I went through every game, Al.
I don't like to see a team... Listen, Wolves have had cracking games against Wolves in my career. Molyneux, they're a big football club, and
are they?
I don't like to see them down there.
Are they?
Adrift. Wolves are a big club.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
Don't start winding them up there.
I didn't think they were. Okay.
Yeah. Wolves. Oh yeah.
I'm going to ask you some questions later. Then, why are they a big club? I'll ask you later.
I don't mind.
Okay.
We'll discuss whether Pep is affecting... Well, hold on a minute, Gab. Be careful, because Wolves fans hate you anyway. Don't make it worse.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
We'll discuss whether Pep is affecting his legacy with some of his decisions at City recently. And Gabby's done a Chelsea-Arsenal combined 11. because it's a huge weekend of Premier League football as the league leaders go to second place Chelsea on Sunday at the Bridge. I can tell there's only about one in there. Chelsea.
He gets the other side of him, pulls it back. It comes to Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea score a second, and Chelsea go second.
They're in the mix. Make no mistake about that, because of where they are in the league. If you want to build a winner mentality, there is only one way: winning games.
You know, I knew that Maresca was going to be able to do a good job, but I didn't expect the level of the job he's doing so far.
A great opportunity for Chelsea. You know, we mustn't underestimate them.
Heads are over the top. Martinelli is going to beat Neuer to it. Neuer's way out of his goal. Martinelli is clear. Can he round it up? He does! Arsenal 3, Bayern Munich 1. Brace yourselves. This is real. Arsenal are the real deal.
If they go and beat Chelsea, you think about those 3 statement wins. That is phenomenal.
When I see the team, the energy, the temperature, the commitment and the quality that they can deliver, that it gives me that conviction that we can go all the way.
Yeah, there you go. What a game this is going to be. What a game. Arsenal 6 points clear at the top of the league, can extend the lead to with a win over Chelsea, who sits second. To go 6 clear, is brilliant. If they extend that, it's going to be tough. But then again, on the other side, if Chelsea can get them back to 3, it gives everyone hope. It won't be easy for Arsenal at the Bridge. Gunners have failed to beat Chelsea on the road for the last 2 seasons, both ending in draws, Gab, but do boast a good record overall, having lost just once in the last 12 meetings. Chelsea were exceptional though. Don't get me wrong, Arsenal were great against Bayern, but Chelsea were exceptional.
They were very good, Chelsea, but Barcelona defensively, that high line, it's actually laughable, the tactics from Flick. But Chelsea look very strong, and I just think Arsenal will have too much for them out.
Yeah,
I really do. I don't see like a big scoring game. I could see like maybe a 1-0 Arsenal or 2-1 Arsenal.
Arsenal have got to be favourites.
Yeah, 100%.
I did like the way Chelsea, they were swarming all over the ball. You know when you know what it's like, Gab, when you've got the ball as a striker or a forward player and you've got 3-4 options to pass. It's great.
Yes.
You look at Tottenham now, just as an example,
yes,
you've got one pass if you're lucky when you're on the ball.
Yeah. I thought the standout player though was Cucurella. I thought he was fantastic.
Against his boyhood club.
Like he was outstanding now. Every battle with Lamine Yamal, he won. Going forward, you got the player sent off as well. Going forward as well, he's really becoming one of the best left backs in the country.
I agree, but it was group stages. When it gets the nitty gritty, things change. My head's saying, crikey, Arsenal could do the double here, but it's early days yet. And once they get into the knockouts and stuff like that,
of course, yes,
it's going to be great.
Agreed.
Let's get a bit more on the Arsenal and where they can extend the lead at the top this weekend. Rice again, magnificent. Broadcaster and Arsenal fan Harry Seymour joins us now. Harry, morning.
Good morning, Harry.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Oh yeah, Harry. You
look
got
at that grin.
This is a big game, isn't it? This is a cracker.
That's an Arsenal fan's grin, that is, at the moment.
Yeah, it's a huge game because, as you guys have said, Arsenal have put 2 statement wins on the board already in the space of a week, and now they've got an opportunity to go and make it a third. Now, we're under no illusions. It's a really, really difficult game. You guys referenced the Barcelona victory, in which I did think Chelsea were outstanding. I also agree with Gabby that Barcelona were pretty poor defensively, much poorer than I expected them to be. But for Arsenal, this is an opportunity, I think, to not just put another 3 points on the board, but to send a message to everybody else in the league. Because listen, we've been in that position where you're chasing, where you're hoping to close the deficit, where you're hoping to catch up to the favourites, which we are at the moment. And you look at certain games, don't you, on the sort of calendar, and you go, that's the game they're going to drop points in. That's a game they could potentially slip up in. And when that team doesn't, if that team manages to go and take maximum points, it's not just a 3 points that they're adding to their tally in total. It's a punch in the gut for everybody else chasing them. And that's why I feel like there's a huge opportunity for Arsenal. But I think you look at the week that they've had, you look at the fact that, yes, they've got a few players back, but how fit are they in terms of Odegaard, for example? Is there going to be any more returning? Martinelli, Madueke still building themselves up. You wonder if this might be one step too far. I mean, I hope it's not. But for Arsenal, this is a real test. Probably, the second toughest test, I would say, out of the 3 games that we're going to have played by the end of this week.
Harry, I just look at watching Arsenal recently. I look at body language. I look at players' desire. Declan Rice, for me, future captain of Arsenal, the way he's playing at the moment. And also against Spurs, I looked at Arsenal's bench. Kepa, Mascara, Ben White, Lewis Skelly, Norgard, Max Daumann, Ranieri, Madueke, Martinelli. I'm looking at Havertz and Gabriel Jesus to come back. Like, good luck fitting all these players in the matchday squad.
Yeah, and there's still Victor Gyökeres to come back as well. He's one that we're waiting for. He's another one that we're desperate to kind of get back into the mould and into the frame. So, yeah, look, I think Mikel Arteta is going to have a job on his hands when everyone's fit. But are they ever all going to be fit at the same time? Based on the evidence so far this season, he's probably not going to have too many of those decisions to be making, because for whatever reason, the injuries have continued into this season. But to have those options, I think is massive. And I think that's what's created this new belief within the Arsenal camp, because yeah, it's all well and good sort of believing that you're good enough, but I think when you actually look around you and you think, well, we've lost Gabriel, for example, at the back, but do you know what? We've got Mosquera and Nketiah, and between them, they can cover that role. We've got no Gyökeres, no Havertz, no Jesus, but do you know what? Mikel Merino can do a job up front. You start to look around and you start to think, where are the cracks? You know, we've got everything. We've got such a strong group and such a strong squad. And I think that's where that confidence comes from. It means that you're not constantly worried about what's around the corner. It means you're not constantly looking over your shoulder, because you're confident in what you have and you've got that belief internally. And I think that's the difference between Arsenal this season and in previous campaigns.
Are you a bit worried about Saka getting married? That's why Gabby never gets married. You've seen too many of his good friends get married. The form goes right out the window.
I think Mikel Arteta seems to like players that get married for whatever reason, because maybe it grounds them a little bit. Maybe it gives them more reason to stay at home and rest up.
Well, it used to be in the bad old days, but they don't go out now, so it's not a problem.
What about Harry, quickly, about Odegaard? How does Odegaard, if everyone's fit, how does he get into this team?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because you'd think that the natural position he'd come into is that of Eberechi Eze, although without getting into the details, they don't really play the role in the same way. But listen, right now, why would you change it? Eze's in fine form. He's facilitating others around him. He's scoring. Odegaard's going to have to be patient. It doesn't matter if he's the captain. He's going to have to wait, because the level's so high at the moment. And that was the competition that we wanted to breed when we built this squad. So now that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah. Spot on, I take it you'll be at the bridge, Harry.
I will be, yeah. I will be. Looking forward to it.
Finally, an away game.
It's going to be great, mate. Listen, we look forward to it. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
What's up, man, Harry?
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Mate.
Right, coming up, we build up to a big, big day in my calendar, eh?
Oh.
What deals have I found for Black Friday? I'll tell you next.
decided you're the best team I've ever seen. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You be my breath, should I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend.
You're in my soul again.
You're in my heart.
So, Rod.
I had a couple of text messages last night and text them back. Loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Was he?
Oh, yeah. Loving it.
You see, with his music, Al, he's got that sort of music that everyone likes. You know, some people have certain music types that everyone will like. It might not be your sort of music, but you're like, you know what, I like that song.
Change, you know, as well. You know, when you go back to one of his favourite songs, vocals to me was Python Lee Jackson. Broken Dream was magnificent. Then You'd Stay With Me, You Wear It Well. We're going back a long time ago. We're talking 50 years ago.
What's his most popular one?
Maggie May.
Maggie May.
Oh, it has to be. Has to be.
Yes.
But Georgie Boy was, brilliant song. Killing a Georgie. What else? Sailing, and there's so many.
It's incredible how fit and healthy he is, though. Still performing.
I know. I don't know if they've made up. I know he fell out with Elton, or vice versa, or whatever. But Elton John's had an unbelievable career as well. And he's a big Watford fan, wasn't he?
Yes. Legends, both of them.
Yeah, but Rod, I did see a picture of him last night in a box, and he was clearly enjoying himself.
Yes.
But he does.
Why not, though?
He loves the games. He
Why
does.
not? You're a supporter of your team. You want to go and watch them.
And I'll bet you he's booked up already for America. Or maybe he's just waiting for the draw to go ping and book
straight
up.
away, yes. What city is he going to be in?
That's going to be interesting, isn't it, this summer?
I can't wait to see the draw.
Are you going out there, Gab?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I doubt it. Probably be from back here, but I'm just interested to see the draw. We're going to talk about it later on in the show, Al.
Yeah.
But you look at the teams that are in it, like Panama, Haiti, Curacao, Jordan. Iran are in it again. They're in the last one. Like, if you could be Scotland and get a decent draw, you've got every chance of getting out of the group.
Well, I'm just
more teams,
amazed we've made it. We've got there.
Yeah.
But now we're there, you got to forget
Cape Verde
qualifying games and just get on with it.
Cape Verde.
It's great for the fans, for the Tartan Army, the
New
fans.
Zealand.
And there's so many. I don't know how many Scots in America.
Oh,
Canada, North America.
Yes.
They're everywhere. So it's going to be brilliant.
Entertaining.
So Rod will be there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Rangers. We're going to talk to Ali a little bit later as well. I thought Rangers were getting a little bit more stability. But will they be happy with that result?
Not at all. Especially to go 1-0 up, Al, and then Braga down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Then to concede 6 or 7 minutes after they could go down to 10 men. Disappointing.
Right. Okay, talkSPORT Breakfast, Gabby and me, Brazil. Time for this. Katie's coming. No more mask, Katie. No more mask. I got pelted.
Did you?
Oh, dear.
You look great, though. Look at your skin this morning.
Oh, no, I feel,
you are glowing.
I feel radiant.
Gabby, you missed out. I got Alan Brazil and Ali McCoy's on talkSPORT, something you'd never thought you'd ever see in infrared face masks.
Yeah, but Gabby does that twice a month.
And look at his skin.
Surprise, surprise.
You look better for it, Al. You're looking better for it, mate.
Should wear it every show.
Yeah. God.
It was part of shenanigans. You missed out, Gabby.
What do you like about Al, though? Like, he's getting used to different things now, aren't you, Al? You're exploring different things in your older age.
I'm getting less argumentative.
As do as you're told.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking of new things, Black Friday is today. Alan, are you a Black Friday fan?
No, because I think it's a con.
Right.
Why? It's a con. I don't think you're getting any deals at all. I think if you shop around, you get the same deals throughout the year.
Well, funny you say that, because 8 in 10 products advertised on Black Friday deals are the same price or cheaper at other times of the year. That's by which. So, Gabby, I know...
See, that's a con, isn't it?
Well, Gabby's wife is a big fan of Black Friday, I believe.
So I think she does look for deals, but it's been going on for a week or so, or a bit longer.
Yeah, and then we've got Cyber Monday.
Yeah, it's not just today that it started. I think there's been
Hold on
sales.
a minute. Do they do Black Fridays and Harrods and Mayfair?
Not for me, mate.
A deal on that Rolex, yeah?
Oh, Bond Street and all that, New Bond Street, Regent, do they, Gab?
All my clothes are from Reese, from Zara, from
You're a
Arne.
liar.
They are,
You're an
mate.
absolute fibber.
I've got the same trainers on today.
Giorgio and
No.
Hugo over there.
Those days have long gone, mate. I'm in my lane, Katie.
You're in.
Imagine when you think about it, when I mentioned, designer labels, we're talking thin guys, aren't we, that wear that. You know what I mean? We're into...
Unlike me and you.
We're into Gants and stuff like that.
Right, shall I save you both here?
Go on then.
Because let's play a game of deal or no deal.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Yes, so I'm going to be the banker and you have to give me a list of transfers. You've got to tell me whether it's a deal or no deal, okay? Both of you looked really buoyant and happy to be playing deal or no deal.
I saw it. Watching it. Just looking at it.
Okay, right. Deal or no deal for Antoine Semenyo, who's reportedly £65 million linked to Man City and Liverpool in the January window. Gabby, deal or no deal?
Deal.
Why?
Deserves to be playing Champions League football. He's that good of a player.
65 million, I think, believe it or not, and nowadays, yes, deal.
Okay, solid. Right, 2 deals. Antoine Semenyo for £65 million. Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest is currently valued at £100 million with interest from Manchester United, 23 years old. Deal or no deal?
Oh, I think that's a lot. 100 million. Elliot Anderson, I'm not sure. That price, no deal for me.
No deal for me, but I'd like to see him stay where he is.
Yes, there you
Give him
are.
a massive contract and let him stay where he is, where he's happy.
Okay, next one. Vinicius Jr. Will he stay or leave Real Madrid? Market value is currently estimated at £131 million. He's had interest from Manchester United.
Where's the one come from? Is that
Go to the agent.
Is that his agent's sister or what? Where's the 1 million come
1 million is quite a lot. It's not like £1. It's 1 million.
Not when it's 131.
Just whack on an extra one. So Vinicius Jr. Deal or no deal? 131 million.
If I was Real Madrid, I would get rid because he's very frustrating to watch because he's not performing at the levels that he thinks he is and throwing his arms up and storming down the tunnel into the changing room, disrespecting Xabi Alonso. I would say deal, get rid of him.
I'd say no deal. I think Semenyo for half the price is better value.
Definitely better player as well.
I'm not saying better player.
I think he
better
is.
value.
I think he's a better player.
Okay, and Leeds United have asked about re-signing Calvin Phillips, 29, on loan from Man City. He hasn't played a great deal of football since leaving Leeds for £42 million. Would you have Calvin Phillips back on loan at Leeds? Deal or no deal, Alan?
Loan, yeah, but 42, no, too much. Listen, Calvin, I don't know what's happened. That's what happens when you make a move and you don't get regular football, your form dips. I wish him well, I really do, because he's a real good, solid, honest player. But no, I wouldn't be paying 42 now.
Yeah, I think as well, the way he left Leeds, I don't think a lot of Leeds fans might not want him back. So I'll say no deal.
And speaking...
by the way, I don't think Leeds need Calvin. I think they need a goal scorer.
Exactly, agreed.
Speaking of Leeds, if Daniel Farke leaves, Ange Postecoglou is the new manager. Deal or no deal?
I think that'd be a great appointment. I really do.
Why are you saying that with a massive smile on your face?
I'm saying, he's a great manager, isn't he, Al?
It's like the magic roundabout, isn't it? Hop off, hop on, hop off, hop on.
Deal for me.
Ange to Leeds. I think Ange would do a real good job.
Similar football to Bielsa.
You need a goal scorer.
Oh.
So?
Deal or no attack. I'll say. I've given Ange a bit of stick in the past when I said who.
Be nice to him.
I will say deal.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, the main one, Alan Brazil's book, Only Here for a Visit. Very, very lucky here on Black Friday. £4.23 on eBay. Deal or no deal, Alan?
That's a hell of a deal. I didn't think there was any left.
I thought you told me it was sold out.
I thought after November the 5th they've all gone.
Al, how come they're still available? What's happened, mate?
By the way, Gabby, when your book comes out, my 3 books sold over 100,000. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. £4 though. Okay, I'm going to deal on that.
Oh no, you get it.
I'm going to get one for £4.
£4.23. Where's the 23 from?
You get that, Nick. Yeah. My hope is, part of our business here in this Huddersfield and HarperCollins wouldn't take my book, so I hope you don't sell any books. Gab, you thought about doing a book?
No, mate.
What would you say in it?
A lot of people get in trouble, so I want people to enjoy their retirement and relax, not throw people under the bus. No deal.
Just sit there on the beach, wouldn't it, and read a good book about a player you watch and stuff. No, get to know what they really like.
It'll be a bit boring, my book.
See, you're so guarded on here, Gab. People want to know what you really like.
Really, they don't.
Womanizing, gambling. They want to know all that.
Big womanizing.
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah.
Can't say that, mate.
What?
Can't say woman.
No, before, not now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't, no. I've been a good boy.
You're a liar, Gab.
I have, mate. Professional.
That Bell something club, yeah.
Bel Air.
I was going to say something else. Right, we'll leave it at that. 7:29.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend. Even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there actually any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads for a century. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. His Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this kind of protection was pretty important for footballers. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says they must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, even though there have been calls for it to be changed. But for now, that's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
the Gab father. Step aside, make way. He's the boss of the whole UK. Fast as lightning in his day. You don't cross him, no way. He's the king.
It's pretty catchy, this.
I like it, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's my darts entrance music.
Really?
Yes, I've got to practice that. I've been practicing a little bit. I need to hit the
Are
ball.
you in our stable, are you?
I'm in yours, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to be practicing.
If I come out to this and I miss the board, it's not great, is it?
What do you mean miss the board? You can't miss the board.
I went in there the other day and practiced. My first start, I missed the board, mate. It's
Did
not
you?
great. Yeah, it's not. I think I was too far back. When I got to the line, when I should have been, I started hitting the board.
What do you mean hitting the board? I mean,
Hitting the board.
We need you to hit trebles and doubles.
Impossible, mate. I don't know how to do it. It's hard.
I am not getting involved as a coach, a manager, an agent of a garbage darts team. You got to be able to play.
No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
My problem is, I'm not sure you can work out a finish.
Yeah, easily. Don't start.
No.
No.
Treble 20, treble 17, double 10.
I'll work it out, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we've not got all night, have we?
I'm only playing Goldstein, your mate.
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
him, it's easy. You want me to beat him, don't you?
If you don't beat him, jeez. If you don't beat him,
Why?
He can't play darts. Can he?
He's not a sporty guy.
Well, I think he's a pool player and a snooker player. Isn't
When I was a kid, my dad used to say to us sometimes, "Jack of all trades, master of none."
he? Yeah,
I think that's Andy.
correct.
Yep. Yeah, that's Goldstein. Yeah.
Is Benny any good?
Bentley's decent, yeah, but he lost to Natalie Sawyer last.
Who was taking Who was getting the lessons and the coaching and got beat?
Bentley and Goldstein. No, it was good. Dino won 2 years in a row.
Oh, Dino, don't worry, though. Yeah, the Pine Mountain.
Yeah,
That's his new
just
nickname,
imagine
the Pine Mountain.
in the garage just throwing darts, Dino.
I was going to say what about the chunk, but no, you don't have to answer that.
No, he'd have a bad back.
Yeah.
He's that unfit. His back would be hurt throwing darts, Jamie. Jesus.
Couldn't get his flight in. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil Gabby. Our friends at Arnold Clark get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Don't forget, you haven't got an electric car, have you?
I want one now.
Budget's got it's slammed them, hasn't it?
I know, but I'd love one now.
You see, poor old Rachel, our Chancellor, it was her uncle's giving her pelters the worst budget ever. That's all she needs.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it, mate? Miles off it is the.
I'm not going to.
Let's not go into it.
I've said my bit. I'm not going to say anymore.
Yeah. What did you say? I'm joking.
They're just a bunch of clowns. Cundy wants to join them. Don't forget to join H&J on Wednesday, 10th of December from 1 p.m. At least Jason puts it on, not them two. As 8 talkSPORT presenters go head-to-head on the hockey. Now, the latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily Podcast is available now, and it's all about Manchester City as we discuss whether Pep is ruining his legacy with his recent behaviour and whether City are still title contenders. Just on Pep. I just detected Pep was getting a bit more than uneasy. But then again, look, he's a genius, and some of the football his sides have played over the years have just been magnificent. But he doesn't worry me, but I'm just looking at his body manners and thinking, something's annoying him. Something's really bothering him.
Do you know what will be annoying him? How good Arsenal are and how good Arsenal have spent. You look at Man City and some of the money they've spent. I'm not sure some of the players are up to the level that's going to get Manchester City winning the big trophies.
Yeah. Well, up next for City is Leeds United at the Etihad tomorrow. You'd say, God, it's got to be a home win, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Or not?
I would say so.
John is now build up to a man who played for both clubs, and there's been some beef online between him and Gabby this week again. I don't know what's wrong with these two. Morning, Danny Mills. Morning, Dan.
Morning, Danny.
Good morning. No beef at all. It's just Gabby's just a bit spiteful. I don't know what's wrong with him. Christmas is coming, Gabby. Cheer up.
Dan, it's simple. His new agent has said, like, start rifling a few feathers, or you're not going to make any money out of this.
He's going down the Paul Robbie Savage route, isn't he? That's what he's trying to become.
Danny knows I love him, don't you, Danny?
Danny, just on Pep, right? Look, I've got the utmost respect, but I just look at him now, and he's on the go at a cameraman. That's not the first time he's going to go at opposition players or chat to them at the end of the game. I just see him like not looking at the camera and just something's annoying him. Something's bothering him.
He's used to winning now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's used to being at the top. He's not just used to winning. He's used to playing amazingly well, dominating, winning comfortably 4 or 5-0, in the past. And I think we've seen it with all the best managers, at some point. There is a point where maybe they lose a bit of intensity, players lose a little bit of belief in what they're doing. We saw with Sir Alex Ferguson. I know he won the title at the end, but it wasn't the greatest team, and a couple of seasons before that struggled. Arsene Wenger towards the end. Jose Mourinho has had it.
Kevin Keegan, his blast. Remember his blast?
Yeah, of course. Jurgen Klopp even. It happened to him. Sort of was amazing, and then all of a sudden, you just lose that little bit of something, that little bit of an X factor. Pep's been in the job now, 8-9 years? It's a long time for Pep. He normally does 3 or 4 because of the levels of intensity that he demands.
Yeah.
The squad isn't as good as it used to be. Nowhere near it. And maybe he's just a little bit frustrated with the fact that his team are not playing as well as he wants and are not dominating like they used to.
Yeah.
Danny, I want to ask you about Leeds. I thought the Villa game, Leeds were very good first half, aggressive, bullied Aston Villa in that first half, but second half didn't create the same sort of chances or the same sort of aggression. Only 11 goals scored this season in 12 games, really struggling to score goals. Danny, what do you think the problem is at Leeds United, and do you think with this form they will keep Daniel Farke as manager?
I think it's really difficult for them at the moment. Scoring goals, Gabby, is going to be their problem. I think, Metcher's got 3, I think, this season now. The one against Villa was a little bit fortunate, to say the least. I think, Stuart Pearce is often right about it. It's basically every goal gets you a point. Leeds are going to need another 25 goals probably to stay up. Where are they going to come from this season? It's difficult. But on the Daniel Farke situation, it's never easy. He's come up from the Championship several times and done very, very well. And you have both played in teams where you dominate possession, you're used to winning, you're playing well, pressures are different. Suddenly you go into the Premier League, you don't have possession, you're up against it, you're finding it difficult. The expectations are higher than probably what they should be. You've got a completely different mentality of suddenly, having the ball, dominating, being an attacker, getting the ball all the time and doing what you want. You're having to chase back all the time. You're having to sit in, you're not getting much of the ball. And it's a huge mentality shift to transfer that from yourself to the players and to get them to buy into that when previously it was so different. And this is why I always say, it's not always just a case when you've got somebody up, you deserve an opportunity in the Premier League. If they lose to City, stuck in the bottom 3, the owners, the board have to be thinking, is this the right man for the job? Because if this form continues, you get relegated.
Yeah, Danny, one thing I would say about Leeds, right? And it's up to the board whether Farke stays and Ange comes in or whoever. but energy levels, togetherness, fighting for each other, it's all there. It's lack of goals that are causing it.
Yeah, but also you need organisation, Al, and you need a way to play. You have to be more resolute. And that's why I looked at Burnley when the teams that came up, Sunderland have blown everyone away. I think Sunderland have completely surprised everybody. Nobody saw that coming. I originally thought Burnley had maybe the best opportunity simply because they are incredibly defensively minded, very, very well organised. And you thought, they're not going to get battered in too many games and they'll stay in games. You can't keep losing games, game after game after game.
Would the Leeds fans accept that if Leeds were to get behind the ball and say, "Okay, come and beat us"?
Every single fan that I've ever gone to a game, whether that be League One, Championship, Champions League, if your players are working incredibly hard and giving their all, they will forgive mistakes. They don't mind if you miss an opportunity. They don't mind if you give the ball away, as long as you are trying your absolute best and there looks like a plan. And I think, Leeds fans won't care. You saw the Villa game. As Gabby said, the first half, was old school Leeds, if you like.
Yeah.
I think the ref was a bit lenient. It was aggressive. That disappeared in the second half. What happened to that aggression? What happened to that closing down? They couldn't sustain it.
Well, people say they ran out of puff, ran out of energy. I'm not sure. Did they?
I think Villa still have some good players. Obviously, the goals, you can't concede soft goals like that either.
The first one.
You have to be, and the free kick as well is it's not top corner, is it? Sort of questions asked around that. But
I thought that people said, "What a free kick," and I'm like,
And you think the keeper was covering the opposite corner though, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's still. I think he's got to get closer to it. Me, but look. I've never played him good.
I think it's going to be a struggle for Leeds. Would they have taken 17th at the start of the season? 100%. Would they take 17th now? Even more. If they could. It was always going to be tight. They're going to have to work incredibly hard. But I think they've got a tough run of games coming up.
Yeah.
What you don't want to be is cut adrift at the bottom. The likes of Forest. Yeah, Forest are starting to pick up games.
West Ham
are starting to pick up a little bit. All of a sudden, you find yourself 6 points from safety, and then it's a mountain to climb.
Yeah.
And then it becomes really, really difficult. So I think that the next couple of games will be absolutely crucial. I don't believe in you've got one game to save your job or 2 games to save your job. Either you're the right man to get out of this, or you're not. And if you're not the right man, make a decision now.
Yeah.
Just because you win a game,
give yourself a chance.
Doesn't mean you're the right man for the job. Because you can win a game last-minute penalty or the opposition have an absolute nightmare. Doesn't necessarily mean you've been good. So if the board are going to make a change and are thinking about it, be brave and make that decision sooner rather than later.
Danny, nice one. Thank you, Danny. Danny Mills there on a big one there, City against Leeds. Right, still to come. 7:46 on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Hate to say it, but down there, that table, I'm looking at Fulham as well, thinking, the likes of Forest, West Ham picking up, Wolves in big trouble. Can Burnley get out of trouble? Can Leeds? But Fulham have got to be very careful. Okay, right, here we go. talkSPORT Breakfast. With Danny Mills. Danny, he definitely cares a lot for Leeds United, doesn't he?
100%, yeah. One of their best ever, right?
Okay, ahead of the big game this weekend, Gabby will give his combined Arsenal and Chelsea 11, and with Jurgen Klopp, the bookies' favourite to replace Slot if he gets the sack. We want to hear from Liverpool fans. 0371 Plant Pot, no, don't even reach for that phone. 03717 223344 is the return of Jurgen. Exactly what you need right now. Give us a call. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Okay, 8 minutes to 8. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark Friday morning. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Right, what do we know this Friday morning? The Ashes, the second test. Australia will be without Pat Cummins for the second test in Brisbane. As the captain continues recovering from this back injury, he may not participate at all, I'm hearing, but we'll see. The Aussies have named an unchanged squad, once again led by standing captain Steve Smith. Liverpool led Jamie Carragher believes Arne Slot has a week to save his job in a brutal takedown questioning the Dutchman's behaviour, which he claims allowed the side to operate like a small club. Ahead of Ben Whittaker returning to the ring this weekend, his promoter Frank Smith joined talkSPORT yesterday.
Yeah, massive signing. Look, 3 and a bit years ago, we were very close to making the signing, bringing him into the Matchroom stable. He obviously joined Boxer at the time, and we always felt when the time was right and there was an opportunity that we'd make a big play for him. I truly believe Ben Whittaker has the potential to be a global superstar of the sport, and that's what we're going to go and do with him.
Yeah, tomorrow Ben makes his Matchroom debut against Gavazzi in the WBC title eliminator, live only in DAZN. And to celebrate Black Friday, sign up at DAZN.com before midday and you'll get the best deal and up to 40% off DAZN's monthly subscription. Black Friday offers end of midnight tonight.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Then we're doing more and more boxing here on talkSPORT, aren't we?
Yeah, we love our boxing, don't we?
Yeah. Right, let's have a bit of this.
I get in my cab and I ride to our talkSPORT towers. My head full of footballing opinions. Sometimes I hear opinions I don't like on that station.
You don't have to sell this to me. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
It bothers me. I want to get across what I think, how I would rank things if they were lined up in my cab rank. You talking to me? You talking to me? If you are, the number's 037 17 22 3344.
I tell you what, that
painful.
That Albanian accent's really coming on.
You like it, mate? I've been practicing. Honestly.
So we're bringing an old feature back, the Gab Rank, where Gabby gives his official ranking of a topical subject of the week. And after Estevao's stunner against Batha this week, Gabby will give us the top 3 wonder kids. And this is not easy at the moment. There's plenty out there. Yes. Take it away, Gab.
So, in third place, Alan, I'm going to give it to Lennart Karl.
Oh, yeah.
17-year-old who plays for Bayern Munich. 12 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists so far this season. Scored against Arsenal. Had some great touches in the game.
Cracking goal, wasn't it?
Yes, but had some great touches. There was one ball in behind and he sort of done a Cruyff turn first time past Declan Rice. German under-21 player. Definitely a star of the future for Germany, Al. Everyone's talking about him in Germany. Only 17 years of age.
Would I be right? Now, be careful, Alan. Be careful now before you open your gob. I was going to say, is he a typical arrogant young German?
It's okay to say that. Yes.
Oh,
no, I don't know.
Let me rephrase it. A very full of overconfident young German.
From watching him play, it just looks like when you look at other young players that have come into the big clubs, just looks like he's enjoying his football. Doesn't faze him.
Wants the
playing.
ball. Give me.
You got Bayern Munich, but no problem.
And I was watching him as well. He was when there's a ball misplaced, he was having a go at the senior players. Yeah,
I do like that.
He's going to be a player.
Yeah, so he's in third place. He's definitely going to be a superstar for Germany. They're due one as well, aren't they? They really are. In second,
kids, yeah.
In second place, I'm going to go for Estavo. 17 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist this season. What I love about watching him out, it's not just a Barcelona game. This player, 18 years of age, he just likes to get the ball and take players on.
Yeah, I don't like the way they're saying, they're comparing him to Ronaldo.
No.
He's better than Ronaldo.
Leave him. No. Don't compare any of these youngsters to Ronaldo and Messi. They're different levels to what these guys are doing. But when I look at Estavo, I look at him and we see a lot of wingers that get the ball and pass it back to the fullback. Don't want to take players on. He does. When he gets it, whenever he's on the football pitch, if he starts, if he comes on as a sub, he wants to make things happen. He doesn't care who he's playing against. He wants to score goals. He wants to get assists. He wants to take players on, an outstanding talent. And to think that Chelsea, I think they only paid 30 million and maybe 25 million in add-ons, he's going to be a steal for sure.
Yeah.
Then first, even though he was poor, or Cucurella was outstanding against him, Lamine Yamal.
I love him.
Freezing night in London. He was poor, wasn't at his standards. But at the age of 18 now, once again this season, 6 goals, 8 assists in 13 appearances. He's still doing it. He's a pleasure to watch. He's going to, for sure, get a Ballon d'Or. Lamine Yamal.
And as the season goes on and the competition grows into the real important games, watch him come to the fore.
Oh, he's a top player and still only 18 now. Only 18, and look what he's done so far in his career.
I really, I watched him, and even with a little mascot, he was, you know, before the game.
Well, people want to compare him to Messi.
Brilliant.
People want to compare him to Messi. He's never going to be, for me, as good as Lionel Messi. He'd be as good as Lamine Yamal. Stop comparing players to these superstars.
Okay, right. If you want to feel young again, we have the comp for you. You've got only to 4 p.m. today, so don't miss your last chance to kick off 2026 by winning an epic trip to Vegas, thanks to our friends at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. Not long now until you and your best mate could be flying upper class from London. I should call it the Gabby class, really.
What's it like, Al? Is it like?
Upper class is all right, yeah.
What do you get with that?
Well, you got a free bar.
It's a free bar?
Yeah.
Do you get a bed?
But let me tell you. Oh, no, I'm not, because it's a competition. No, I was going to compare to other things. I'm not. But it's a very pleasant. Very pleasant.
Amazing.
Not long until now, you and your best mate could be flying upper class from London to Vegas, checking into a luxury spa villa for 4 incredible nights at Virgin Hotels Vegas, cheering from the stands at the Las Vegas Raiders. They take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and you get $5,000 cash to spend on whatever you like, netto, tax-free. So clear your calendar from January 2nd to the 7th of Jan 2026, because nothing starts a new year like beautiful Vegas and Virgin upper class. Good luck.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Formula One. It's a sport often seen as insular and elitist, but it's seen a meteoric rise under its owners Liberty Media, not only in popularity and viewership, but in the ability to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year, in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across the social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Camera, mate. They can see you on your phone.
So what? I've not started.
Are you texting?
Aussie Ardealers, actually.
Oh, okay.
Right, 8:05. Very, very good morning. I've lost my track now. Here we go. Whatever. Right, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby, you've got to remember, we are a radio station.
I know.
I don't care about this poxing cameras.
We've evolved,
screens.
mate.
We are talkSPORT Radio, okay?
We need more than that.
No, we don't.
To pay your
no,
wages,
we don't.
Mate.
Right, where else to kick off this hour? But where Liverpool has the Arne Slot machine officially broken.
There's the full-time whistle, and you can just about hear the boos of the Liverpool fans
That is now 9 defeats in 12 games.
Now there's a lot of pressure if you work or play at a top club, and even more so if you start losing more games than this club or this players or this manager is used to.
He's completely lost the dressing room. The atmosphere is very toxic, and I just don't understand how, by keeping him, it's a smart move.
Broken. Liverpool at the moment, as a football club, are broken. That's not just a poor run of form. I think it's something bigger and deeper and darker than that.
You've got to give Arne Slot a chance. What do you mean give him a chance? It's enough. You're rewarding failure.
He does have the right to rebuild through a moment of adversity, and I think he should be given that opportunity, and I certainly don't think he should be taken out of his job now.
We have to keep fighting, and that's what we've done so well last season and what this club is about for so many years.
I must admit, the recent run of form has shocked me, but that PSV game, when they went 1-1, I thought, here we go. Now we'll see. And I kept flipping channels, and every time I went over, Liverpool were attacking. I thought, yeah, they're going to beat them. And then
see the
suddenly
problem, Al?
2-1, 3-1. I went, what?
Well, Al, if you're these teams now, you're doing so much research and so much videos and prep for games. PSV probably thought to themselves, these are delicate. We can get at these. You can get at Van Dijk. You can get at Canate. You can get tighter to Mo Salah. He's not as sharp as he's been previous seasons. Every team will keep doing it. If you're West Ham at home on the weekend, you're saying, let's get at these. Don't sit back against Liverpool now. Get at.
Well, I said the other day, Gab, that when you played at Anfield, as Liverpool players come down the steps, go out on the pitch, they touch, this is Anfield. I think a lot of players, opposition players now, looking and saying, yeah, it used to be. Not
100%.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of players.
But in saying that, we're going to get on to Arne Slot.
Yeah.
I still think last year you got to give this guy a chance. I think there is a dressing room issue. Now, whether the Jota thing, Jogo, whether that is a big factor, we don't know because we've not been there. We've not been in that dressing room.
But he would do, Al.
Yeah.
If this was me or you and we was in their situation, you would be affected, of course.
But to get out your system, is it not to go out and win and get the crowd going and get involved again and, get flying?
Of course, but every grief affects everyone differently. Imagine some of the players that they were sitting next to Diogo Jota, and now they don't see him there, and it's putting them off their game. Part of that has to come into play, but also I do feel that some players like out of form, not the same players as last season.
If I'm Liverpool, I'm giving Slot certainly to January.
100%.
But
and I think they will, Al.
The owners might say no, enough's enough.
I don't think they will, Al. They're 3 points off top four.
I think some of these key players have really let them down. I do. Anyway, Arne Slot spoke to the media ahead of the game against West Ham and was asked, what is he going to do differently to fix the current situation?
That's not so easy to say what can I do, but it's quite normal if you win or lose or draw that you reflect on a game. Which decisions have you made? What have you done during the week? All kind of usual things managers do if they win or lose. But maybe you do it a little bit more if you lose. You try to find the answer to what is needed to win a game of football. And in the end, it's about doing what this club is about, is keep fighting. And no matter how difficult it is, we have to fight together. But it would also be nice if we would reward ourselves in the moments we play well, because people are very focused and correctly about the parts we don't play well, but there are definitely large parts of the games where we do play well and where we do create a lot of chances, and we tend to forget to reward ourselves in those moments, and every small mistake or small error immediately leads to us conceding a goal, and that is a very bad cocktail to have.
Arne Slot there. Now, Jamie Carragher believes Slot has just one week, 7 days to save his job in a brutal takedown question of the Dutchman's behaviour, which he claims allowed the side to operate like a small club. He says Liverpool's next 3 games, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds United, anything fewer than 7 points will make an already unacceptable situation untenable. So the bookies' favourites to replace Slot is the man he replaced, Jurgen Klopp. Reports suggest Klopp would come in until the end of the season, maybe do a Martin O'Neill, and Liverpool would then turn their attention to PSG boss Enrique. Someone said to me the other day, a big Leeds fan, he says there was talk of Klopp maybe ready to get back in, maybe at Leeds. And I'm like, I think he'd only come back to Liverpool. No. Gabby, would Klopp turn the fortunes around until the end of the season? He'd give them a lift, but I still think I'd still have my faith in Arne to pick them up again.
I don't think this is the case of Arne Slot has lost the changing room. Not at all. I feel the players are letting him down now.
I think there's something wrong in the dressing room.
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
blaming Slot. I'm saying I think the players have got to be a good old-fashioned, let's go out and have a bevy and sort this out.
I said it the other day. Change room needs to be locked. Manager's not there.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, Salah, Robertson, Alisson. Let rip. And it might be a few fisticuffs out. It might be a bit like physical or whatever, but they need to sort this out because even Van Dijk has to be honest about his own performance. That tackle you says in the first half where he swipes the player out, yellow card. The fourth goal, Van Dijk lazy, tracking back and not following the player who's running past him. And Van Dijk of old would follow him.
Well, we're talking about a great player as well here. So we're not having a go at Virgil, right? I raved about when he was at Celtic. I'm like, who is this guy?
We're allowed to have a go.
But I'm just saying now, something's up with him.
Yeah, but we're allowed to have a go. He's captain. He needs to play better. Canate, I don't know what's going on with this Real Madrid thing. We've seen reports today that maybe Real Madrid aren't even interested anymore. He needs to stop. I mean, the one where he missed the ball and he went and scored, I'm like, what is going on? So clumsy. Salah, you've got to do more. You've been an outstanding player for Liverpool, but the way you're playing at the moment, you shouldn't be starting games.
Yeah, and the fullbacks at the moment, apart from
Kirkes.
the two new...
Was it the first goal where Kirkes just runs next to him? Not even goal side.
Shocking. Coming up, find out what Gabby said on Drive there on Wednesday that shocked a nation. Really? That's coming next. breakfast. Arnold Clark gets $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Gabby here. Now, a bit of gold in there. Who sang that, by the way? Who sang Gab a Golden? Oh, Harry Styles, was it? All right, okay. A bit of gold in there, but why are we playing it? I bet he didn't pee in the bath. Well, a certain Mr. Gabby admitted to something rather disturbing about the colour of his bathwater the other day. Now, I'm not sure I want to hear this.
Let's have a tin bath in the middle of the...
Exactly.
Let's have a wee listen.
And they were healthier than us, mate.
Why don't you have a bath?
Yeah.
And then keep the water in there and someone else can have a bath.
That's a great idea as well. You know what? Let me write that down. What was that again?
When you were a kid and you had a bath, did you ever wee in the bath?
Every time. And your brother gets in. Have some of that. Have some of that, younger brother. Get in there.
Did you do that? Did you do that?
Of course. Get in there. Charisma and Michael, my two brothers. Yeah. Bath's free. Not been in there long.
That's unbelievable, Gab. You must have had a bath second or third, though. So he must have done it to you.
No, youngest would have a bath first.
Why?
This is the way it went, youngest.
Why?
I was youngest out of three boys.
Yeah, but, no, I know that bit, but what's the law behind that?
My dad had a thing with oldest got to sit in the front.
Yeah, I get that.
I do the opposite now, though. Youngest.
Gabby, I wish you hadn't said that, mate.
Yeah, have it changed the way you feel about me, mate?
So every Villa player that you've played with, I was thinking, did he pee in the bath when I was there? I washed my hair in that bath. Did he pee in the bath? Oh, Gabby, no.
I was young, mate. I know, mate. It's not great, mate. You know what I mean? You told me to open up more.
Yeah, but
I'll do it. And look what happens. You're judging me.
Yeah. Open your mouth, not your bowels. Oh, that's hot.
All right, let's move on. Come on, let's go.
Oh dear.
What are you doing?
Oh dear. I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, it's not great.
There's someone I know who certainly would not wee in that. We'd be a certain Mr. Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Can't be a coincidence it was Bath races today, wouldn't it, Simon? Morning, Simon.
Morning, Simon.
Good morning. I'm never going to look at you in the same light again, Gabby Agbonlahor. That was radio that can never be removed.
This is why I won't write a book, Simon, because I reveal one little thing, I'm getting judged.
I know. Stop opening up for God's sake.
That's it, mate. Never again. Especially not to Alan. All people.
Oh, dear. Simon, what we got this morning?
Well, I mean, it's a great programme of football over the weekend. I was sort of looking through the fixtures. Like Saturday's good fare. You know, we've got the Everton-Newcastle game. I think that's probably one of the closest games, 9-5 Everton. Newcastle just favourites going to Hill Dickinson, which is interesting. You know, their away form hasn't been strong, has it? I thought that's strange, really. 9-4 the draw. Don't know what you think about that, guys. Sunderland-Bournemouth, another good, very close game in the betting. 9-5 Sunderland. Bournemouth favourite away. So both Bournemouth and Newcastle favourites going to Sunderland and Everton. Not easy places to go. How do you see those games?
Tom and Newcastle will come to the fighting fifth in a minute. To be honest, I can only think. I'm interested in the Liverpool Liverpool West Ham game. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, look,
and I'm also obviously the Arsenal going to Chelsea is the big one, Simon, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Actually, funny enough. I mean, so Saturday's solid. Okay, don't dismiss Saturday. Have a few.
I'm not. But
Sunday. No, you're right.
Another couple of things I want to talk about. Is the Ashes, no Cummings, and no Hazelwood.
Let's hold your horses. Let's just focus on the Sunday. Massive games. West Ham, Liverpool. Arne Slot under huge pressure. And yes, they are 8-11 favourites going to West Ham. 3-1 West Ham on a bit of a, their season starting to come together. That's a cracking game. And then Chelsea-Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal second in the title, in the table rather. They're 9-4. Arsenal heavy favourites at 6-5 going away to Chelsea. And that battle, I mean, Arsenal are 4-9 for the title. But I just had a look. There's only 5 points separating second till 12th, and 12th place is Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, Liverpool, absolutely. We said that earlier, Simon. Simon, just start at Stamford Bridge. Is it 94 or 5-2 the draw? Because there's every chance this could be a score draw.
Well, 9-4. I mean, 9-4 the draw. I mean, look, as an Arsenal fan, I'll be hoping we maintain our run and go there and get another 3 points. And it's a big, to sort of go and beat one of the main title rivals would be another great step on the way to that title. But good games. I mean, even the Villa game against Wolves. I mean, I couldn't believe when I looked at the table. I literally was just looking down. How Aston Villa snuck up to 4th place? It didn't.
I beg your pardon.
No, hang on a second.
Mr. Birmingham City sponsor, Coral. Don't talk about Aston Villa like that. No. You don't know what the future holds, my friend.
What I'm saying is, I feel like it's credits to them that they've just started their momentum.
Don't bow to them, Simon. Just say what you feel.
We
just like, you know what I mean, just going about our business, winning games, Simon. No problem.
That's what I'm saying. They're 2's on to beat Wolves. Look, the point I'm making is, if you beat Wolves and you're 2's on to do so, and Wolves are struggling, you've got Chelsea who could get beat by Arsenal. You might hope. Obviously, Man City, I suppose you'd expect to beat Leeds, but you could certainly be up into third place by the end of the weekend. The way the fixtures play.
Where are we meant to be, Simon? I know I'm not getting carried away or excited. It's where we're meant to be, my friend.
Well, you're 11-2 for a top 4 finish. Do you think you can finish in the top 4 this season?
I think we've got every chance now. The way the season's gone.
5.5-1, Gab. Fill your boots.
Yeah.
When's payday?
Put your money where your mouth is,
Instead of filling the bath, fill your boots.
When's payday?
Touche.
Simon, let's go, please. Fighting fifth or the Ashes?
Yes.
What do you want to start with?
Let's do racing.
Right.
I think huge weekend. It's obviously Coral sponsoring at Newbury today and tomorrow. And today we've got the Coral long distance hurdle. Strong leader, really nice stayer, trained by Ollie Murphy, ridden by our ambassador Sean Bowen. He's battling against Impose Toi, a JP McManus own horse from Nicky Henderson. They're sort of joint favourites. That'll be a good battle and a good race. The Coral John Frankham chase, named after the greatest jockey, John Frankham. Yeah. Regent Stroll is the favourite there, owned by Sir Alex Ferguson, and Jed Mason, trained by Paul Nicholls. He's obviously going to be
Who's got more horses, Fergie or Harry?
Harry Redknapp. I'd say, you know what? That's a good question. I'd say Harry Redknapp. I'd say Harry Redknapp. But numbers-wise, I think probably Fergie goes for a bit more quality. Yeah. Whereas Harry has him everywhere. He's a bit more of a wheeler dealer.
Harry's jukebox man. Cheltenham. Yeah. Just got beat, didn't he? Which was heartbreaking. Had a winner there. He'll go now to Kempton. It's going to be great.
King George.
And then we've got
Constitution Hill tomorrow against the New Lion is probably one of the big races up at Newcastle.
Do you make that 2-horse race? Yeah.
Well, 3-horse race because you've got Amsterdam, trained by Willie Mullins and ridden by Paul Townend. So in fact, it's 7-4 Constitution Hill, 7-4 the New Lion, 2-1 Amsterdam, owned by Joe Donnelly.
It's that tight, is it?
Really tight, all three, and it's the comeback of Constitution Hill. Can he get back, to his greatness? The New Lion, the new kid on the block from Dan Skelton's yard. He's very bullish about him, and obviously Willie Mullins. You can never rule out an improving hurdler from that camp. So that's a great race.
I didn't realise that was that tight. Okay, really so tight. Simon, can
I just mention the Coral Gold Cup?
You don't like cricket, do you?
Well, only because the Ashes is ages. When is the Ashes kicking in?
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
It's coming up.
It's a week away.
It's coming up.
There's no Cummins.
Okay, can I just mention the Coral Gold Cup?
So they're 1-0 down. And we go to Brisbane day night. The Aussies never lose it, but still no Hazelwood, no Cummins.
Simon, you finish what you want to finish, Simon. Don't let him tell you what to do, mate.
All I was going to say was, given here a proud Scot, Alan, I'm sure you're proud to know that the £250,000 Coral Gold Cup, the favourite is Mayertown, trained by Lucinda Russell and Michael
Scott. She's got some
Scott
top horses now, hasn't she?
Absolutely. So, I thought you might want to give her a big, best wishes to land a blow for Scotland down at Newbury tomorrow.
He doesn't like cricket, does he?
Cricket. Okay, you know what?
That's what John Hills would be raving about it.
I'll be honest with you. I love my cricket. I really believe this England side had an opportunity to regain the Ashes, but the way they just threw their wickets away and played that Test match like T20, gave the bowlers no rest, lost a winning position. I must admit, I'm a little bit disappointed.
See, he knows his cricket, Al.
I do.
He just doesn't want to talk about it.
We had to go 1-0 up. We had to go 1-0 up in that Test match to go this day-nighter. Do you know the Australians? I don't think they've ever won. I think they've only ever lost one day-nighter in their history. They're so good at the pink ball cricket. And so I'll find the match odds now. This is me playing the time.
Grand Prix. We're talking about the Grand Prix, or you don't like that either.
Australia are odds on 8-15 to win the second Test. They're bound to do it. So I mean, I think that's the Grand Prix. Now that is exciting. That is exciting. Matt, this is the World Championship. 2 races to go. 100-30 on Lando Norris to win the championship.
Odds on, right?
Odds on. 5-2 Max Verstappen to come from behind and beat him. The races weekend is Qatar. We've got the sprint, for which Max is 5-4 favourite and Lando 7-4, and then the big race on Sunday itself for the 25 points. Max is even money. Lando 2-1. If Lando can outperform Max Verstappen overall over the sprint and the race this weekend, he'll be crowned world champion.
Well, I tell you what, I hope Piastri's not listening to this programme. He's not had a mention, has he?
Well, he's got no chance. He's 7-1.
Simon, finish Simon. I once sent a letter to the PGMOL complaining. I'm going to send one to Coral about your treatment of Aston Villa, mate.
We were in violent agreement about how well they are
And
doing.
you're anti-Ashes as well.
I'm not. I'm
Simon,
just
go
depressed
down to your local pub in Purley and have a drink.
depressed by it.
Dear, dear. Have a great weekend, Simon.
Tough day. We've been battered by the Chancellor yesterday, and I've been battered by Brazil and Gabby this morning. Honestly,
Simon, don't worry about it. Steve-O, hurry up. Right, there we go. I was a look at latest odds, all thanks to Coro 18+gambleaware.org. Coming up, has European football got... That's got to go down, and we've got to... I hope you're keeping that, Ed. When's the Ashes? Coming up, has European football got a hooliganism problem? Is it going to affect the top competitions for the rest of the season? We'll discuss that next. After, you won't believe this, ugly scenes at Villa Park last night. Villa against Young Boys. Can you believe it? 8:30.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+gambleaware.org.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend. Even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there actually any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport where players had been wearing these pads for a century. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. His Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887 and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894 in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this kind of protection was pretty important for footballers. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says they must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, even though there have been calls for it to be changed. But for now, that's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Love was obvious. Why are we playing the Wolves song?
Don't know, mate. Don't know what reason.
Call the yam yams. I can't read them out, Gab. You're getting pelters here.
Are they? Yeah.
You said earlier.
Listen. Feelings mutual, mate. So, Alan, I'm going to read out what I looked at yesterday was Wolves' remaining fixtures. Went through them all.
Yes, but you said they're not a big club.
I don't think they are, mate.
Right, so founder members of the Football League, numerous FA Cup wins, gone back a bit, yes.
When was that?
A long time ago.
What?
Yeah,
60 years? How long?
They won the league, didn't they? Wolves,
did they?
A few years ago.
Yeah,
50s, something like that. Billy Wright.
A few years ago.
Is their ground bigger than Villa Park?
No chance.
Capacity?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep, I'm positive, mate. I'm positive. No, they are. I'm joking. They're a big club. I'm winding them up. But I looked at Wolves, 2 points so far this season. 8 behind Burnley. Been a disastrous season so far.
They have struggled.
I mean, goal difference minus 20. Conceded 27 goals, the most in the Premier League. An absolute shambles. Rob Edwards, who I do like, lovely guy. Got a tough job. But I looked at anyway Wolves, and I went through their games, Al. So,
go on.
Villa away the next game. I think they get 1 point out of that.
You think they'll get a draw?
I do. They turn
Why?
up. Because they turn up against Villa. It's a local derby.
Wow.
Next game, I say Forest at home, 0. Manchester United at home, 0. Arsenal away, 0. Brentford at home, 1 point. Liverpool away, 0. Manchester United away, 0. West Ham at home, 1 point. Everton away, 0. Newcastle at home, 0. Man City away, 0. Bournemouth at home, 1 point. Chelsea at home, 0. Forest away, 0. Palace away, 0. Villa at home, 1 point. Liverpool at home, 0. Brentford away, 0. Arsenal at home, 0.
Whoa.
West Ham away, 0. Leeds away, 1 point. Spurs at home, 0. Sunderland at home, 1 point. Brighton away, 0. Fulham at home, second to last game, 3 points. Burnley away, last game of the season, 1 point.
So Villa are going to finish top 4, and yet Wolves are going to get relegated. They're going to take 4 points off them. How does that work?
No, 2 points off Villa.
Yeah, in both games.
Yeah, because they turn up against Aston Villa. So Wolves will finish on 13 points. So they won't have Derby's records.
Right, Black Country, calling the Black Country. I want to hear from you this morning. Can you hear what Gabby's saying?
I'm out.
He is saying you're a pub team, and I'm not having it.
Al, it took me half an hour to literally go through the fixtures and figure out what points they will get, mate. It's my honest opinion.
So will Wolves break Derby records? County's record.
Derby's was
11 points.
11, wasn't it?
You think they'll be below that?
No, 13. I'll give them. So I think they will be okay, mate. Yeah.
Okay, in the week we've heard reports of Newcastle fans been shocking, Gabby. Reports of Newcastle fans been assaulted by police in Marseille or penned in like animals. Young boys fighting with police at Villa Park. We're wondering if there's a problem with fans' behaviour across Europe. I can't believe this one.
Naughty young
boys. Let's find out now, a man who's right across it. Good morning. Let's head over to beautiful Paris, European football expert Julien Laurent. Julien, bonjour. Morning.
Good morning, Julien.
Hello, boys. You okay?
You okay, mate?
I'm not having this, Julien. I know there's been trouble in Paris with England fans and teams of the Premier when they play PSG, and I'm not saying it's all PSG fans that have caused the problems. It could be locals, but young boys of Bern, Switzerland. This is a surprise to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we saw, I think, Gabby at Villa Park last season as well when some of the Polish fans came in, or 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
I was in Marseille for the Newcastle game. The Newcastle fans were told, don't wear your shirt. And I'm like, really? You should be able to go away in Europe. Or even, I know domestically there's probably the big rivals. I get that. But in Europe, when there's no precedent between Newcastle fans, Marseille fans, as a Newcastle fan, you should be able to go to Marseille, wear your shirt. I know it was freezing, so there's a coat over. But still, do you see what I mean? And that already, it felt quite toxic. And then French police, unfortunately, it's not the first time that there are reports that French police are going way over the top with foreign fans, of foreign clubs fans. It's not just France. I think we've had that in Spain.
Yes.
I remember a few incidents as well where fans thinking like they were badly treated by Spanish police. But in France, it happens far too much.
Italy can happen. Italy as well. In Rome, there's a few in Milan.
And do you know what's going to happen now? What's going to happen is nobody's going to travel anymore away from them.
No. But Julien, young boys of Bern, they're throwing Toblerones and Rolexes at the Villa players. Hold on a minute. This is wrong.
But we're laughing, but Daniel Malen was hit on the top of his head by that cup. And to be fair, that could have been far worse.
Mm-hmm. For me as well, when I seen the game yesterday, mate, I was thinking to myself, I want the police to do more. But the problem is, if they do, Julien, then people will say, using too much force. But the way they were swinging the fans at the policemen, I'm thinking to myself, if that is a British set of fans abroad, you know what's going to happen to those fans. They wouldn't dare, Julien.
Ground closed.
I agree completely with you, man. And to be fair, I don't know what the answer is and who should be looking into this. Should it be UEFA or FIFA even? UEFA, should it be your domestic federation? Is it clubs individually? It's very difficult.
You can identify the fans though, can't you? I mean, the technology now, you've seen the videos. Identify those fans, ban them from any games that young boys have got for the rest of the season or forever, because it's not everyone, is it, Julien? It's a small section of idiots.
It's always a minority anyway. Same for all the issues that we have in stadiums with fans, and that has to stop.
Julien, away from that now, because I don't want to give them too much publicity, but the World Cup draw coming up. First of all, let's talk Champions League. I know we're not at the knockout stages, but how do you feel the French clubs are faring at the moment? PSG had a bit of a shock against Tottenham, but came back. How do you see the Champions League at the moment? Are Arsenal too good at the moment?
I think they're the best team in Europe right now. They're 5-5, and they're the only one still unbeaten. And we saw even Bayern, who probably would be the second best European team right now. not even come close to Arsenal, especially in that second half. But like Company said after the game, and I think Arteta would agree completely, you don't win anything in November anyway.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Let's see who picks in March and April when those key games are coming, and if it's the same team that are still on form. And we saw with PSG last season that you can have a very average first half of the season in Europe and then an incredible second half and go and win it all. So, but for now, you have to say that Arsenal and Bayern look like the two best teams in Europe.
I was watching the PSG Spurs game, Julian, and I thought PSG weren't at their best. They seemed a bit... Spurs were the better team for me, especially in the first 20, 30 minutes, pressing them high, and they're struggling to get a way out. But do you have to judge PSG once Dembele is fully fit, once Hakimi's back in the team? Their strongest 11 is surely still the best in the world.
Yeah, I think so. And you're right, I was at the game as well, and the first half, Thomas Frank's plan and the way that Spurs overloaded the midfield, so you could not let Joao Neves or Vitinha play or Ruiz play, and PSG were super slow in the transmissions and the passing. There was a lack of urgency there. And that worked really well for Spurs. The second half, the problem when you play against this PSG team is that you have to do that for 90 minutes, and it's very difficult. You need discipline, focus, concentration, and you end up making mistakes. But when Dembele, Doué, and Hakimi will be back, the creativity that was a bit lacking in that first half will be back as well. And I don't know if they can play again like they did in the second half of last season, because it was just incredible. But yeah, they will be a force again for sure.
I tell you, Julian, it was good as well, and we got a great game coming up the weekend. Chelsea against Barcelona. Chelsea were very good, Julian.
They were very good, and I feel a little bit for Estevao, because obviously it was amazing on Tuesday night. I don't think he's played enough in the Premier League, and I know he's still very young and you have to be careful, but I felt Chelsea and Maresca have been maybe a little bit too cautious with him. And I know Neto is playing well on that right-hand side, but there's probably a way where you can play both Neto and certainly have Estevao a bit more on the pitch than what we've seen so far, certainly in the Premier League this season. And none of us could guarantee that he will start on Sunday against Arsenal.
No.
But really, he should, considering the game he had on Tuesday, he should start against Arsenal. But I feel they're a bit too cautious with him.
Julian, one last one because I have to break. Are you excited about the World Cup draw for France?
Yeah, you and us, England and France can only play in the final, so we beat you in the final this time.
Is that a good idea?
We're all looking forward to it.
We see you there, Julian, the final.
No, it's terrible.
But Julian, is that a good idea? The top four, keeping them apart to the semi-final, final. Is that correct?
I hate it, Hal. It's wrong. It's wrong. Even if you top your group, you should still be able to face each other from the quarterfinals onwards. I get the last 16, maybe not, but from the quarterfinals, it should be a free draw, not just planning for who's going to semis and who's in the final.
Yeah, I agree, Julian.
Legend, mate. Spot on.
Have a nice weekend.
See you later. Cheers.
Julian live from Paris. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarx Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarx.
And it just don't matter now, 'cause little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your...
Why you put the French accent on? You shouldn't do that, mate.
Oh, I want him to feel at home.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that, mate. Really? I've been told off for doing that.
You were talking Albanian, innit? Little Sam coming up at 9:15. And at 9 a.m. we'll get Gabby's combined. Arsenal and Chelsea are living ahead of the big game this weekend. If you're a Chelsea fan, forget it. You got one player in it. And Chelsea fans, 03 717 22 3344. Give us a call. Are you ready? Are you ready to challenge for the title? Is this your biggest game in a long, long time at the Bridge? Can you do it? Can you beat the Arsenal? And by the way, thank you to Ozzy yesterday who texted me. There was a Greyhound track at Stamford Bridge all those years ago, so my memory's not going just that bad, just that yet. That was our look ahead. We're our good friends at Travis Perkins. Travel coming next.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
never looking back again. They're coming to America home. Don't it seem so far away? We're traveling light today in the eye of the storm.
The eye of the storm. 8:51, talkSPORT breakfast with Gabby. Right, we might be. Hold on, where's the old glasses? Let's get these on. Right, we might be right in the thick of Premier League and Championship League football, but you can't forget, right? World Cup draw takes place 1 week today. How quick is that crept up on us? So listen up, you don't want to miss this. Driver heading across the pond to make America great again. From next week, Goldstein and Bent will bring you a week of live shows across the USA. I thought we'd no budget here, Gabby.
They find a way for certain people.
I thought we'd no budget here.
Drive get a lot out. They get a lot.
Right. From Monday, so they're over there in the US of A from Monday to the 1st of December in New York City. Could be cold.
And Washington.
With a whole host of international names before ending up in Washington, D.C. on the 5th to find out who the home nation will face in the World Cup finals in June. That's Drive, live from the US of A from the 1st to the 5th of December. So along with the US, Canada are one of the host nations, so therefore have qualified for the tournament next summer. So I'm delighted to say we've been joined in the studio with someone who knows Canadian football inside out. The first ever person to lead both the men's and the women's to World Cup. John Herdman joins us now. John, a very good morning.
John. Yeah, good to see you, gents.
John, where are you from?
Well, I've got a posh accent now. It's I'm actually from the northeast, County Durham, but the accent's
I detected somewhere
softened.
up north. Yeah. This is going to be a superb World Cup. I'm sure, you know, the last time I think America had it, record numbers, attendances, the Canadians will back this to the hilt as well in Mexico. It's going to be great.
I mean, I remember Jack Charlton throwing the water on to the Irish lads, and yeah, this will be it'll be a challenging World Cup. I think people won't really understand the heat, the realities until they're actually there and they're experiencing, you know, the humidity and Kansas or those sort of places. Yeah. It's going to be a tough one. So exciting, but tough.
So I remember, I played in the 82 World Cup, but I remember going back 78 to playing in Toronto and then playing in Vancouver, but I can't remember if it was warm or not. Vancouver, I loved Bayshore.
Oh, amazing.
Bayshore Inn down there. You got Whistler Mountain, you got Blackcomb and all that. Gorgeous. Yes. Stanley Park. But I can't remember the heat. I do remember playing in America in the heat in down in Texas, Denver, Colorado and Texas. Dallas was absolutely, it was so warm. I was ill after the game. So this is something they're going to have to, I don't know. I was going to say, take it. You got to take it in your stride. You know, that's the rules. You're playing in America. Get on with it. Or will they change the kickoff?
Yeah.
Should they change the kickoff, John?
I think the experience I've had, you're going to have air-conditioned stadiums in some of the proper stadiums. But they're going to have this reality of moving from time zones to temperature changes to being indoors to outdoors. I think the kickoff times, they're not going to change them. I mean, it's going to be driven by audiences.
TV.
It is, of course. But you're going to have just this, I think a lot of excuses, and footballers love excuses. They're waiting for those sort of moments to pull the parachute. It was someone else's fault. So I just think the teams that you've said, the teams that are going to do well will be teams that have really got this mindset of let's just embrace it. Let's get on with it. Because
will they favour the South American sides?
I think you see typically in that part of the world, it's rare European team actually do well in that climate and environment.
Who's won it? Is it Germany was the only team who went over the European
2014, I think, yeah.
How exciting as well to see teams like Curacao, Haiti, Panama all qualifying for the World Cup.
It's wild. I mean, it is really wild. You think of a country like Haiti, we had to qualify there. And I'm talking, you know, armed guards, armed escorts to the stadium. I mean, they've literally got nothing as a country. It's in chaos. So to see them there, huge. Curacao, we played there, tiny little island, little turf field. That's all they've got. I mean, it'll be massive for the region, but you look at teams like Jamaica, who they should be there.
Yep. Yeah,
and they're hanging in by fingernails.
Steve McLaren walked out, didn't he, or got the sack, whatever. Canada, what sort of side will Canada produce? See, I go back to Craig Forrest, Ipswich, Frankie Yalla,
that's right.
Like that.
Yeah, big Craig, big sticks.
Lovely guy, lovely guy,
top guy.
And Frank, Frank's done well coaching as well. Canada, are they? Can they progress? Can they hold their own?
I mean, we qualified for Qatar probably 4 years early. People didn't expect us to qualify. The home World Cup was about making sure Canada actually got to a World Cup in our lifetime.
You got to be careful with we here, John. Come on with that accent.
I know, it's tough.
You're not from Calgary. You're not at the Stampede here. You're a Geordie or near there.
It's tough, eh? No, it's in my blood. I've been there for a while, I guess. Sang that anthem more than my own. But yeah, I would say that the country are ready for it. The expectations raised. When we turned up to Qatar, I always say this, it's about how many Tier 1 players you've got in your team. Mm-hmm. We rocked up there with 5 Tier 1 players playing in the top 5 leagues in the world. We're playing against Morocco, 13, Croatia, 17, Belgium, 20 plus. They're going to go there with 10. Yeah. Then you've got the home crowd, which I had a home World Cup with the women's team. That's a curse and a gift at the same time, the sort of pressure of the home World Cup. But they've got enough players to get out the group. There's no doubt in my mind the experience they had in Qatar, we learned a lot. The organisation learned a lot as well, which was the big thing.
Can I dare ask you about Ronaldo? The yellow card rescinded so he can play in the World Cup?
It's incredible, isn't it?
What's going on here?
Scary.
That's not right, is it?
Look, I've just been coaching in MLS against Messi, and I'm talking about a league that's organised around one player.
Yeah.
I mean, it's football these days. It's commercial. It's
just
TV.
One last one as well. In Toronto and Vancouver, what the stadium's like now?
Amazing.
Oh, they're good. So
yeah, amazing. You got a 55,000 seater in Vancouver, right on the waterfront.
Beautiful down there.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I live there. I live in Vancouver.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
It's going to be very testing for fans, though, isn't it? Like the travelling to different games.
You know what it is, but the US are just amazing at putting events on. Mm-hmm. Like that is their forte. But if you've got to travel to Mexico and then into the US up to Canada,
no doubt before the first game in Canada, be Brian Adams starting it. Won't he? He'll be on stage or something.
Celine Dion, who knows? Eh?
Oh yeah. And I will have a bit of Brian. John, listen, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be great. When you back home?
Monday. Yeah, back Monday. I brought my daughter Christmas shopping so she can see the lights and all
loads of Brits over there, isn't it? I remember playing in Detroit. The Windsor Scots used to come through the tunnel to Detroit, Pontiac Silverdome to watch our games. It was great. There was loads of them.
Good. Yeah, it's it. Look, the World Cup's going to go nuts, and particularly Canada. We've waited for something like this for so long.
So many years.
Brilliant. John, look forward to it, mate. Thank you.
No, class.
Don't forget you're a Brit. John Herman. Right, there you go. Coming out with a ton of attention. The big game this weekend, Chelsea against Arsenal. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Can Chelsea do it and open it up? Can they prove everyone wrong? We'll discuss that next.
fancied having a beer in the stands while watching your team at the Emirates? Well, this season you actually can, and not just there. You can do it at Anfield, Goodison Park, Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford too. But hold on, I hear you cry. Isn't drinking alcohol in the stands at Premier League games illegal? You're right, for the men's game it still is, but the Women's Super League is doing something different. And here's how we got there. Back in the 1980s, football had a serious image problem. The sport was plagued by violence, pitch invasions and beer-fuelled chaos. From fan riots at the 1980 Scottish Cup final to the Heysel disaster years later, things were unsafe and the consequences were disastrous. Then in 1985, Margaret Thatcher's government stepped in. They introduced the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act, banning alcohol in view of the pitch across England and Wales. Since then, many fans and clubs have called for the law to be relaxed, especially since other sports don't face the same restrictions. If you're popping down to watch the Red Roses roar at Twickenham, feel free to grab a pint on the way to your seat. Wandering down to Lords to catch some boundary bashing? Fill your boots with G&Ts. But if you were hoping to cheers your club's promotion to the Premier League with a Prosecco in hand from pitchside, sorry, it'll have to be tea or Bovril. In 2021, it looked like things might finally change. The government commissioned the Crouch Report, a fan-led review into football governance. One recommendation was to allow League Two and National League clubs to lift the alcohol ban to boost matchday revenue. But nothing came of it. Authorities still weren't convinced that fans could be trusted. And then in January 2025, something did change. The Women's Championship, now called the WSL 2, launched a trial allowing fans to drink in the stands. The reasoning? Well, fans at women's matches tend to behave differently. Less aggression, more family-friendly vibes. Now, the women's game is raising the bar, literally. Select WSL and WSL2 stadiums are allowing fans to drink alcohol in view of the pitch. It's been a landmark move showing growing trust in fans and recognising that women's football is building its own culture. So could the men's game be the next to leave the 1980s behind? Well, maybe, if fans can prove they can handle a pint without pitching it at someone. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Until then, it's Bovril all around. Cheers to that.
Okay, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock Friday morning, talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby with us. Gabby, I tell you, I can't believe you're putting up with this.
What?
No World Cup. You know, honestly, you'll be doing...
I'd have loved to go next week.
I've heard we're sending you in a sports bar in Wolverhampton for the World Cup. Now, the weekend ends with a crack in the Premier League. Yes, it's a battle of the bridge.
He gets the other side of him, pulls it back. It comes to Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea score a second, and Chelsea go second.
They're in the mix. Make no mistake about that, because of where they are in the league.
If you want to build a winner mentality, there is only one way: winning games.
You know, I knew that Maresca was going to be able to do a good job, but I didn't expect the level of the job he's doing so far.
A great opportunity for Chelsea. You know, we mustn't underestimate them.
Hits her over the top. Martinelli is going to beat Neuer to it. Neuer's way out of his goal. Martinelli is clear. Can he round it off? He does! Arsenal 3, Bayern Munich 1.
Brace yourselves. This is real. Arsenal are the real deal.
If they go and beat Chelsea,
You think about those 3 statement wins. That is phenomenal.
When I see the team, the energy, the temperature, the commitment and the quality that they can deliver, that it gives me that conviction that we can go all the way.
Yes, Chelsea and Arsenal both warmed up for huge wins in the Champions League, beating Bayern Munich and Chelsea beating Barca. And following that statement performance, Enzo Maresca, right, he's really coming strong, isn't he? Was asked of his side, are you ready to win big trophies now?
For sure, winning the Club World Cup give to the players, the confidence that they need. Last year we were playing conference, and I said many times that for me personally, if you want to build a winner mentality, there is only one way: winning games. Because otherwise, if you don't win games, it's difficult to convince the player, guys, we are building a winner mentality, but we don't win. It's difficult. So the only way is any competition, conference, Champions League this season, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao, win games is the only way to build, the winner mentality. And I think the conference and the Club World Cup last season help a lot. And now we are trying to do exactly the same. For sure, the players, they are better players in this moment compared to last season because we spend more time together.
Gab, just said before we go to caller, briefly, it wasn't that long ago Chelsea fans were not sure about Maresca.
Listen, big games. He's had the right tactics, the right formation. Barcelona, he played Neto down the middle. He wanted to get his quickest players on the pitch, Estavo, Neto, Garnacho, and the tactics worked against that high line of Barcelona. I think he's doing very well, but I do see how people look at it, Alan, the money that they've spent. Are they doing anything that they shouldn't be doing? 23 points after 12 games. For the money that Chelsea have spent, I think it's where they should be.
Okay, if Chelsea can beat the Arsenal at the Bridge, does that mean they could go on and win this? Let's find out. Let's ask a Chelsea fan. He's called us on 03717223344. That question. A very good morning to Nick. Nick, very good morning, Nick. You're a big Chelsea fan.
Morning,
can you beat the Arsenal?
Oh, morning, guys. Great show as always.
Good man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been going to the Bridge for over 50 years. You were right about how we feel about Maresca, but I think he's learning on the job.
Yeah.
I think where he struggles is where we play against, I hate to say, let's say less strong teams, so they play a low block. I'm really confident about the game on Sunday. I think it'll be a draw, but we might sneak it.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to playing against the bigger clubs, I think we don't have a problem. One of the best results we've had, everyone talks about that game against Barcelona. For me, the best victory this season was last weekend against Burnley away, because that's the sort of game that we were struggling with.
Yeah.
So to win that one 2-0 away was like, well, if that had been a few weeks ago, could have seen a defeat. The two of the 3 league games we've lost this season is because we've lost players through red cards. So we're getting the discipline sorted out. Just really optimistic. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I still think we're going to finish top 4. I still think Arsenal are favourites, but I'm really positive about Sunday's game.
Nick, are you... I want to be positive here because I'm really looking forward to the game. Is Chelsea's Achilles heel through the middle, at the back, defensively?
It's not. If Casado's playing, it's not. Defensively, yeah, I agree with you. I think we should go all out and get Mark Gahey back to the club in January. I think we should beat Liverpool to that one. Why go to Liverpool at the moment? Come to us instead. We're a young, progressive team. We're improving all the time. I don't have a problem with our midfield. Casado is worth 2 players, 3 players. He's the Claude Makelele of our team.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree with you defensively. I think if Reece James plays in the middle on Sunday, I think that would be a positive thing. So I'm really optimistic. I think this is going to be. You said, will this be Chelsea's hardest game of the season? Flip it round. I think this is going to be Arsenal's hardest game of the season.
Nick, enjoy, mate. We can't wait. Thank you, Nick, a Chelsea fan there. Gabby, ahead of the big game. You get your pen and paper out and put together a combined 11 of the 2 teams. Gab, is there many Chelsea players in?
Yes, there is. There is. I've done it from who's.
I've seen Garnacho's name down there.
No, he's not. I've put in Gabriel, even though he's not obviously available. But if he's not available, like he isn't going to be, I'll put in Mascara as one of centre. So I've gone out with Raya in goal. I think that's the easy one, isn't it? Raya over Sanchez.
Yeah.
Timber right back. I think Timber's better than Gusto, who's been playing there recently. I have to go with Saliba. I'm not sure about Chelsea's centre-halves. And obviously Gabriel's not available, so I've gone with Mosquera.
Yeah.
I really like him. I think he's a better defender than the ones that Chelsea have to offer. But left back, I've gone Cucurella. I do like Calafiori. I do like Lewis Skelly, but I think Cucurella, the form is in this season.
I must admit, it's a good competition for places there because I like them both.
Yep, of course. So Cucurella comes in at left back. As my number 6, it has to be Caicedo. I think he's the best midfielder in the world at the moment. He does everything, Cal. He covers every blade of grass. He can score a goal. In front of him, I've gone with Declan Rice as one of the 8s. Declan Rice obviously likes getting more forward now in that position. And next to him, I put Estavo next to Declan Rice. I think he's such a talent. I hope he starts on Sunday. I don't think the manager will for some weird reason. He's 18. He's not 16. Yeah. He can play week in, week out.
On the other side.
Left-hand side, I've gone for Eze. I pushed him out at number 10, but Eze is in outstanding form for Arsenal and for England.
Right, producers just said you can't have Caicedo and Rice. You got
yes, I can.
No, you got to have one.
No, I'm having both of them.
Come on, don't bottle it. You can only have one.
I can't choose, mate.
Get off.
They're both in.
Stop weeing in the bath. Who are you picking?
If I had to pick one, I'm picking Declan Rice, of course.
That's the last.
Yeah, but I'm going to have both of them in there. I've been chosen my 11. Okay, let me finish. On the right-hand side has to be Saka. That's his position. Best in the Premier League on that side. Now, striker. Obviously, Gyökeres not available, injured. Not sure about Delap at the moment at Chelsea. João Pedro was close. But I've gone for Neto as a false 9. Played there against Barcelona. Done very well. I think he doesn't get the love he deserves, Neto. He's an outstanding player. Pace, can play anywhere in that front line. And he will always create chances. So I've gone with, how many Chelsea's that? That's 1, 2, 3 Chelsea. It's fair.
Striker for Arsenal or Chelsea. Should they wait for, I don't know, I was going to say, it's big money, isn't it?
Who?
Isak, if he leaves Liverpool.
Oh, no, I'm not sure. I don't think he leaves Liverpool yet.
No?
But you know what I think about Liam Delap, Al? I think he might have missed the trick of going to a lesser club before Chelsea. I don't think he's going to get the game time to get him into the England squad.
Are you sure Gyökeres is going to come and score loads of goals?
I think he will. He's getting better at every game he's played in. Unfortunately, to be out injured. But I look at Liam Delap. I look at João Pedro. He's favoured up there. Neto started. Big game against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Liam Delap obviously come on and scored. But I just think, could Liam Delap have not went to like an Everton first, Al? Done a couple of years there, went and got 15 Premier League goals, then make that big move to Chelsea.
Ooh, Everton fans. So he's not just slagging Wolves fans off, it's Everton fans are getting in there. 9:15, cuts to the commentator.
Tony Benny will be on.
Oh, yes, and that's for Dave Evans from the Sports Bar over at the Moortown Bell, where we get the darts.
Oh.
He's a granddad now.
Is he?
Yeah, granddad.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so well done, Mad Dave. Proud Welshman he is, by the way.
Yes.
We're going to preview Wales, South Africa this weekend in partnership with Tenor Men. And bad news for Welsh fans, they have to play without the captain, Jack Morgan, who's been ruled out the game and will even miss the start of the Six Nations in February. South Africa, they are beasts, aren't they?
I watched it, Al.
Wildebeest.
I watched the game against Ireland.
South Africa head coach Rassie Erasmus will be without many key men, but it doesn't matter. It's a conveyor belt. But is this a chance for the Welsh to prove a point and beat the world champions? Oh, that's going to be tough. We'll find out this weekend, and it's all thanks to our good friends at Tenor Men.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Tenor Men. Upgrade your protection with an unbeatable product lineup approved by the Men's Health Lab.
Right, here we go. The Premier League is back. By the way, happy St. Alan's Day today.
Yes, congratulations, mate.
And happy birthday. Happy St. Andrew's Day on Sunday as well. So there you go.
St. Alan's Day?
Yeah.
You going to get anything, a present from anyone here? Or
and it's Happy Dwarf Day as well today because the Premier League is back. And that can mean only one thing, that it's on a game day, and this man is back with his very own tune.
Shocking, mate. I don't like it.
You don't like what?
I don't like it, the way he treats Sam Metaface, mate.
Oh, we love Sam.
It's okay. My dad's in North Carolina celebrating Thanksgiving with my brother, so we can't hear, so he won't be offended.
You keep bringing your dad up. Does he get the hump? Oh, is he? Oh, no. He's not, is he?
He's that big, yeah.
What's his name, Tom?
Pete.
Tom?
No, my brother's called Tom. He's small as well. But they're not awake because they're still hungover from yesterday's celebrations, I think.
Oh, right. Good morning. talkSPORT's chief football commentator, Sam Martface. Sam, you're busy.
Yes, he's non-stop, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, busy, but it's been a brilliant week, hasn't it? You know, I was at Manchester United Monday, and Everton were absolutely terrific. Tuesday night, did Marseille, Newcastle. It was a good game. Newcastle had 5 minutes of madness.
Did you see any of the hassle with the fans?
I didn't. But Wednesday, I did see hassle last night. I was at Villa last night, and that was ridiculous.
I still can't go over that. A Swiss team's fan.
Well, they've got history for it. They've got history for it.
Yeah. I thought the boys in Basel were worse.
Well, do you know what? It was horrible. There was no need for it. Absolutely no need for it. And they were ripping seats up, smashing stuff up, proper fighting with the police.
I've seen it, mate. I
mentioned it on the commentary last night, and it's we obviously they don't show it because it's world feed pictures, and it's nothing to do with the broadcast that they're not allowed to show that unless there's a.
You want to chuck them in that bear pit in Bern. There you go and fight them 2 bears. I'll teach them.
By the way, that's a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I went.
Yeah, the bears are bound.
We'd done a little documentary, didn't we? I went to the bear pit.
Did you?
But I didn't like how easy it was to sort of fall in. I'm like, didn't like it, mate.
No.
I felt a bit funny.
That's a documentary I think I need to go back and watch.
Yeah, watch it, mate. It was quite funny.
Right, so enough of the small talk. Oh, sorry, small. That's shocking. It's time for Curse of the Commentator.
Don't know the games.
Put a spell on you.
Don't know the games.
No one knows the games. It's a lottery. Don't worry about it. We'll just do it off the top of our heads.
Normally, it gives me... I'll do a bit of... Now I'm just going to guess. Sorry, Ray.
Right, a quick reminder of the rules. I'll breeze over this. Gabby and Sam, 20 seconds to give their predictions for 3 games, just 3 across the talkSPORT network. Each match, they get 1 point correct result, 3 for a correct score, and a 1 bonus point for the goal scorer. Sam has a 47-35 lead. Whoa. So far this season, with the breakfast team of Ray and Gabby struggling to close the gap. You know, Gabby, I hate to say this, Ray has never lost one of these.
It's more Ray than me.
It's not. Ray's never lost one.
No.
You are bringing him down to his level.
Yeah.
To Sam's
I don't really know.
First up, though, here we go. Tottenham take on a struggling Fulham on Saturday night, 8 o'clock live. Gabby, your first prediction.
Well, I've just found out the game now, Al, what you're telling me. So I'm going to go with Spurs to win 2-1, and I'm going to go for Mwani to score.
Who?
Mwani.
Right, Mwani. Okay, interesting one, this one. How do you see it, Sam?
How bad are Tottenham at home, by the way? I mean, their record.
That's what I mean.
Is
That's why it's
absolutely shocking.
interesting.
They've won just 3 of their last 20 Premier League home games. 3 of their last 20 Premier League home games.
It's way out lane when it was Tottenham used to be. Whoa.
I mean, it's unreal, and that is 2 fewer than any other ever-present team in the Premier League during that time. They scored a lot of goals actually so far this season. I think that's been not the biggest issue. I think conceding them has. I think Fulham were much better in the game against Sunderland than they had been recently, and that sort of cloud that was over them has lifted. I can see this being a draw. I'm going to go 1-1, and I will go for Jimenez.
I think this could be a draw. Right, here we go. Next up, Sam to go first. We have a Sunday lunchtime action live on talkSPORT. Another good game. Palace host Manchester United at Selhurst. How do you see it, Sam?
Well, the boy's telling me today, Alex Crook, who commentated on the game in Strasbourg last night, that once Gay went off, there was a big problem for Crystal Palace, and Manchester United will certainly hope so, because Palace have conceded just 9 goals in 12 games so far this season, and Manchester United without Šeško and Cunha on Monday night didn't look like they were ever going to score a goal. I think it'll be tight. But I don't see Palace losing at home. I'm going to be honest. 1-1.
1-1.
And
right.
I'll go JP Mateta.
Okay. Gabby.
So, watching the game between Manchester United and Everton, I thought Manchester United were probably borderline disgraceful performance against 10 men for most of the game.
Disgraceful? Is that
disgraceful? I don't care, mate. I don't care. So I look at Crystal Palace. I look at the firepower they've got. You don't know what centre half's going to play for Manchester United. So Crystal Palace, comfortable 3-1 win, and I'm going to go Pino.
Oh, you're comfortable 3-1.
It's Man United.
Okay. Right, what we're doing, we're calling this one, so we've done that. Finally, a huge game. This is the big one. Sunday, first place Arsenal, they travel to the Bridge. Gabby, your final prediction.
Okay, then. Arsenal, top of the table, Chelsea 6 points behind them. I look at the benches of both teams and players that can come on and change the game, and Arsenal a lot stronger than Chelsea. Chelsea will put up a fight, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Arsenal.
Whoa.
And I'm going to go for Trossard to score.
I've just got a feeling your lead could
I'm just trying to kill Ray. Sorry, Ray, mate. It is what it is. Sam's told me to. Sam's got into me.
Sam, how do you see it?
I see Chelsea struggling because they do against Arsenal. 1 win in
the other night were great, weren't
they? They were brilliant.
Can you finish?
1 win.
Excuse me. Just because you might be seeing a lot more of Sam soon, don't start having a go at me.
Whose show is this?
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, just remember.
Alan Brazil show.
And by the way, don't you be interrupting when you get a transfer.
Yeah, you might not be on it for too much longer. So you're saying, Sam?
1 win in 11 against Arsenal, Chelsea, which is not a great record. The last time they beat them at Stamford Bridge. I think the last time that they beat them at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League was 2018 or something like that. Arsenal, brilliant team, by the way. Right, they're absolutely fantastic. Chelsea, excellent against Barcelona. They do raise themselves to the big games. Do you know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. But you know what it's like? The immutable law of the X? Noni Madueke to score for Arsenal.
What is that law about the X?
You know, they always come back and haunt you, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah. You know, you saw it the other night. What was it? The game between Liverpool and PSV. Goose Till used to play for Arne Slot, scored against him. Randall Kolo Muani, who you already mentioned, scored against PSG.
Yeah.
Always happens.
Always problems with your exes. Sounds about right.
Shush. God, this producer's doing my head in. Sam, tell me, games you're doing this weekend?
I am going to Tottenham Fulham tomorrow night.
Yes.
And on Sunday, I'm going to Chelsea Arsenal. And tonight, we're going out with all of our group that work on the 10 till 1 show. You didn't make the cut this year, but next year, maybe.
Oh, can't wait.
On the Friday, we're taking them out for Christmas tonight.
Will Troy turn up? Gabby, will he? You seem to be going on stick lately. Let's leave it at that 9:30.
not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
Okay, talkSPORT Breakfast with me and Gabby, our good friends at Arnold Clark. Get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Right. Let's head to the phone lines. Fan trouble overshadowed a win for Villa against Young Boys of Bern last night. Excuse me, the Young Boys fans were pictured throwing things at players, fighting with the police, punching the police. So let's find out just how bad it was with Howard, the Villa fan, who was at the game. 03717 223344 is the number to call. Howard, a very good morning, Howard.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, lads. All right.
Morning, mate.
Howard, I'm astonished by this. Swiss fans, Bern, Young Boys fans, fighting with the police, ripping up seats, throwing things on the pitch. I'm really surprised.
Well, it's the thing that they do in Europe, Al. I've been, obviously, the last couple of seasons, I've been to every single away game in Europe, and every single ground we've been to have got that mesh, like fishnet, up in front of the fans. Every single ground I've been to. These fans do this all the time. It's a regular thing for them. They're all behind the times. They're probably 20 years behind the times. In the old days, we'd have run up the pitch the same as a lot of the clubs would have done. We'd have run up the pitch and sorted them out.
Yeah.
But you can't do that now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not encouraging violence. Al.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but so all of a sudden, this is bad. We've got a World Cup draw coming up. We've got the World Cup coming up. We've got a great game Sunday at the Bridge. And then we hear about, Newcastle fans down at Marseille treated diabolically, and then we hear at Villa Park. So let's hope we nip this in the bud.
Well, to be honest with you, we've been, as I say, to all the European games the last 2 years and whatever, and the police are the same, more or less, in every European country. They treat football fans totally different than we do. We let them we just tend to let them get on with it, whereas abroad, they're dressed like RoboCop.
Yes.
Gabby would have seen it. I've seen him, a few of them, they're all dressed like RoboCop, and they know what they need to do because they're all backward all
I think as well, mate. I was at a few away games last year as well, and the PSG one, we kept in, weren't we, for like an hour. And when we come out, it was like, head down, don't look at the police, walk, and you know what way you got to go. But last night, I'm looking at it, I'm like, police, they've got to do more. I know it's hard and they might be restricting what they actually can do, but I'm thinking these fans are throwing punches at police. Imagine if any of us done that in Paris. We'd still be in prison over there.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what it is. It's because their fans are that way all through Europe, and it's not just young boys. It's every single one of them. They've all got their little crews, and they all do it.
Yeah, it's not good, Howard. Thanks, pal.
Mate,
Howard, a Villa fan.
you, Howard.
You're dead right, though, Gab. You know, it's all right. The police want, someone who's in charge of the police wants to say, stop nicking farmers, stop pulling flags down, and sort these thugs out.
I just think, like you said there, the way the police are riot gear on, ready for it when you go to European games abroad. And we look at last night, and I'm thinking, I know you don't want the game to stop, but halt the game if it's 45 minutes. Okay, you are getting dragged out no matter what. The game's not continuing. How dare you throw a punch at police? That should be like you says, lock them up in Birmingham for weeks.
Yeah.
And you're not going to another game ever again.
Don't forget to tune into the latest episode of How to Win the Ashes on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel this week. Brilliant. Fast bowler, legend England fast bowler Goffey, Darren Goff, focus on the pressure of an Ashes series. By the way, we've just heard that Hazelwood and who's the other one? Pat Cummins, both still out. So that's a bonus for England ahead of the second test in Brisbane. Stephen Finn won the Ashes 3 times, including in Australia, and this is Stephen. This is outlining why it's so very important for this England side to stand up to Australia, especially this day-nighter, and go toe-to-toe with them.
When I look back to 2013-14, we hid away, we were meek, we were timid, we got hammered. The same happened in 17-18. The COVID series, 21-22, the guys were forced to stay indoors and you just sit with your own thoughts the whole time. I see the guys now as going over there and pushing back against Australia, and I think that's what you have to do in order to win down there. You have to earn their respect by standing there and saying, I'm going nowhere, I'm here for 5 test matches. And you're not just going to push me over and walk all over me. And I don't think Stokes and McCullum will let that mindset come into their team. So all of that external noise will just bounce back.
So if you're revving up to Brisbane, you can watch the latest episode of How to Win the Ashes on talkSPORT Cricket, the YouTube channel. So Cummings and Hazelwood out, they've got away with it once, but can they win another test without them? Or are England destined for a comeback? Day and nighter, it's going to be tough. Let's get more on this. Let's cross down under, speak to former Aussie bowler Brad Hogg. Brad, good day, mate. How are you, Brad?
Hello, Brad.
I'm going very well, mate. A lot better than what you are over there, England. If you're an England fan following your Ashes team here, absolute debacle.
Incredible.
I was here in Perth. We're out the Wacker after the Test match. There are so many England fans there that had just travelled over for the Perth Test match. They only got 2 days. They're disappointed. They're frustrated. And then you go and see the England team going to play golf the day after. They've just been capitulated after 2 days. So they weren't very happy over here, the England fans.
Yeah, well, Stark was magnificent, wasn't he? Brad, a couple of the older boys who have sampled, fantastic Ashes series and not had a lot of joy as well, have said, like, why, when we got that breakthrough, why didn't we just be more responsible? Where Stark was the danger man with the ball in hand. Why were we trying to knock him out the ground? Why didn't we just be, let's just keep our wicket intact here and attack the other bowlers?
Well, exactly right. That's the way that you want to play it. And you look out the way that Harry Brook played Stark in the first innings. Stark was in his second or third spell and Brook was just taking him apart. And that's what you needed to do in the second innings. Make sure that you're getting Stark to bowl his second and third spells. Yes. And then you might be able to get on top of him with the likes of Harry Brook. But you look at Crowley, the way that he's playing, he got out twice for a duck. Then other batsmen just playing away from their body, trying to drive well away from their body. It's firstly nearly half a metre to a metre away from their body, and their head's not over the line of the ball. You're either cutting it or you're leaving it outside that width. And when you go to Queensland, the Australians will still be trying to attack that line, knowing that England are going to come after them and create those edges. So they've got to pick their line, but also pick their shots. If they want to play the base ball, it's either a cut or a leave. Make sure the Australian bowlers are bowling to you, not away from you, where you're going to get those edges.
Yeah.
Do you think if Australia truly feared England, that Cummins will be playing?
No, if Cummins is injured, he's injured. If he's fit, he'll play. So it doesn't matter what the series is, doesn't matter who you're playing. He would definitely be playing a test match. So there's no fear there. I just think Australia are very comfortable now. The way that Travis Head just came out and dominated the English bowlers, I think that's where the big fear is. They had no fight in that second innings. Khawaja went off for back spasms. And they were just down on pace in that second innings, and that was a big concern because they had 200 on the board, still in the game, but they had no fight there in the first half hour to an hour.
Brad, what do you make of before the first test? Look, I'm a big admirer of Stokes. I love his character, but when he starts calling both and people like that has-beens, about the preparation, it came back to haunt him a little bit. Did he pick his words wrong there?
Yeah, look, he did pick his words wrong, and I think he's one of the most successful captains going around in England. I think he's the second most successful captain under Brearley. So probably just getting a bit ahead of himself, having an attack out the past greats. But at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you prepare properly. It doesn't matter how good you are. What sort of form you're in, you've still got to make sure that you're on top of your game. I think the biggest disappointing thing for me here in Perth is that they weren't allowed to train out the whacker or play out the whacker on two perspectives. One, there's extra bounce there, pace, and it would have suited to prepare for Optus Stadium. But also from our perspective here in West Australia, keeping the whacker as an icon and having the English fans being able to get there. So their preparation was a little bit taken back there, having to train out Lilac Hill. But still, you're professional cricketers. You've just lost a test match in 2 days. You should be there getting workloads with your bowlers, your fast bowlers, making sure that they're right for the next test match. But also just going out and playing golf the next day. I just think that's taking a mockery of the game, and I think it's disappointing for the fans here. I think they deserve to be treated a lot better.
Brad, just a quickie, I've got to break. But Crawley will start again, he'll open. Joe Root, is that a puzzle to you? Joe Root, what a player. Can't do it in Australia. It's weird.
I think Joe Root's just under a little bit of pressure at the moment. And I think there's two players that are under pressure with this Bazball type game that everyone talks about. Yes, England wanted to play aggressive, but Pope and Joe Root out 3 and 4. You can't afford them both having to play that form of game or feel pressured to play that game. Let them go out and play their natural game, and that is just to build an innings, take their time, and bat long periods of time. And if those two can bat a long period of time in the first innings in Brisbane, then they put pressure on the Australian fast bowlers, start wearing them down, and make it easier for the later order. So for me, I think England still play that aggressive game, but allow Root and Pope to be a little bit more defensive and play their natural game, because both of them don't really want to play that aggressive style of cricket. Allow the two openers and the lower order to do it.
Brad, we look forward to it, mate. Thank you very much. Have a great day over there. Brad Hogg there from Perth, Australia, Western Australia.
What do you think, Alan, about them playing golf? Need some downtime, don't you?
Yeah, but it was so disappointing. You'd think maybe the day after say, hey, we need a meeting here, and just tell them straight, we're going to have 40,000 people following us, English people following us. We got to do better. And out of what do you think?
Yeah.
I'd talk to the players. I'd get out of my system. Day after, the second day maybe or third day over.
Yeah, not the day after. I get it.
Yeah, but it takes. It was hugely disappointing. After
really. I watched it.
Stokes, brilliance, getting England back in it. It was shocking.
Yes.
Coming up, we turn our attention back to football as Virgil van Dijk has written a letter to Liverpool fans amidst the crisis. We'll discuss that next. Okay, countdown is on. You have until 4 o'clock today. Don't miss your last chance to kick off 2026 by winning an epic trip to Vegas. Maybe we should go for this, Gab. Should we ever go to this? It's only our only chance of going somewhere.
Sure.
Thanks to our friends at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Now, not long until now, you and your best mate, this is a great trip, could be flying upper class from London to Vegas, checking into a luxury spa villa for 4 incredible nights at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas, cheering from the stands as the LA Raiders take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and you get $5,000 in cash to spend on whatever you like. Lovely. Is that dollars or pound? I think it's pounds. So clear your calendar from January 2nd to January 7th, 2026, because nothing starts a new year like Vegas. Good luck.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
9:54. I will miss you, Gab.
You done this, didn't you? You got rid of me.
I did not. What's happening then?
I don't know. Nothing's happening yet.
Right, what have you found on social media?
Okay then, so Virgil van Dijk has written a letter to all Liverpool fans.
Right.
We won't give up. We're facing one of toughest moments of our journey, but we refuse to let this define us. We'll rise from this. I believe in this team with everything I have. Nothing has ever been handed to us. We fought for everything, and this moment is no different. We won't give in. We won't give up. Every challenge is an opportunity. We must grow together, lift each other up, and show the strength that lies within us. To the fans, keep supporting us. We all need each other more than ever. From Mr. Van Dijk.
His English has come on then.
Oh yeah, it's great. Honestly, it's absolutely great. What do you think about that? As a fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, if you see that, are you like, okay?
I just think...
just go and win a game.
Yeah, and just say, guys, listen, we've had great times. Things are not good at the moment. There's
we need
tragedy
you.
At the club.
Yep.
We need you. We will improve.
Yep.
We will be back. And leave it at that. And just tell the fans out there, we're trying to put this right ASAP.
But if you're doing a letter like that, there needs to have been big words said in the changing rooms.
Yeah, and
when we play West Ham, we have to win.
Wayne Rooney having a go and then Van Dijk having a go back. You know, Rooney's only doing his job.
Yeah, and
he's not been nasty.
And look what's happened since. It's continued the poor form.
Yeah, and I don't know if Wayne's responded laughing. I don't.
No, he's not.
Is he, Wayne?
No.
No.
But he's just doing his job. He wasn't trying to come for Liverpool players. But I think Van Dijk's got to look at his own performance. Like, your captain. I know other players aren't performing. Salah's not. Konate's not. Kirkes isn't a left back. But he was really poor midweek.
Yeah. Will they bounce back, West Ham?
I think Liverpool beat West Ham. I was at the Bournemouth.
By the way,
West Ham
if they don't, Gabby, right? Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
What happens if West Ham beat Liverpool? Is that a serious?
I think it's the manner of the defeat.
The manager.
I think if they lose, yes, it's not great, but it's the manner of the defeat. Say if it's a defeat like PSV, then he's in big trouble. Arne Slot. But that
was a shock to me. That one.
I was at the Bournemouth versus West Ham game on the weekend. I went to it, and West Ham were average. Callum Wilson took his goals great.
Pleased for him, by the way.
Yeah, took 2 great goals, come off in the second half for Souček, but average, mate, all around the pitch. So I'm sure if Liverpool can try and get players to turn up, can Isak start get himself going, can Kirkes get himself going, I'm sure Liverpool will get the result.
Okay, Gab, listen, it's been great knowing you.
This guy.
Don't forget, Monday morning, Jeff Stelling back with Alistair. Is Ali sticking to his job,
mate.
or is he changing as well?
I don't know what's going on, mate.
I haven't seen McCoy's in about half an hour. He's coming down.
Is he?
Well, he said he was,
mate?
yeah. He was meant to come on, wasn't he, talking about last night's draw with Braga.
What's he coming here for?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I think he's at Selhurst Park at the weekend.
Oh, so what are you meeting him for?
Maybe a bit of Christmas shopping.
What are you meeting him?
Just for a nice
coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
And where are you off to now? You heading home?
I am maybe not.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not telling you my plans.
Oh, hello. Where you got? Are you up tomorrow then?
Black Friday, mate. I'm going to go into London and do some shopping, mate.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Bond Street, Mayfair.
No. Westfields.
Westfields, really?
I am, mate. Yeah.
Why don't you go to Stratford?
I am.
Oh, it's that one.
Yes.
Is there not 2? I'm thinking of Brent Cross.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Thank you, Al, mate. Appreciate it.
All right, nice one, Gab. Enjoyed that today, Gabby.
Yeah, you rest up this weekend, mate.
Don't worry, I will.
Yes. Been a hard week for you.
Right, it's coming up 2 minutes to 10. Listen, have a great weekend. If you're going to the bridge, I hope you see an absolute cracker. And no doubt, a lot to talk about again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on The Breakfast Show. I'm back Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Don't go away. Jim Simon coming next.